Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Delicious things to eat.
The popcorn can't be beat. The sparkling drinks are just dandy. The chocolate bars and the candy. So let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat. Let's all go to the lobby to get ourselves a treat.
Hello, everybody.
Hi.
Way to come in on that. I like it.
People say, Guy Cognito said, right on time like always. You know what, man? It's 8:07. And listen, I've been on the show enough times to know that that puts us ahead of schedule. So,
That
right,
is true.
Nate?
Yeah,
I think I'm right.
That is true. I'm not denying
Good
it
evening,
there.
everybody. Hey, who won last week for foreign films?
Trash VHS one.
Rex, a Dinosaur Story?
Yeah.
Wow.
Don't worry, we'll get there.
Oh, yeah, right. I forgot that we do that. Oh, I didn't order that copy of Krull. Who won last week? Oh, boy, God, that's right. The last time. Okay. I'm just catching up. Just catching up. Spray it all over my chest in here. Hi, Gooby Wood. My name is Sam. This is Timmy.
You haven't done we haven't done a show together in a while, just you and me.
Oh, just me and you. Well, we do the last 45 minutes of hemming and hawing and being a little too drunk or high most of the time. But a full episode, just the two of us, it's been a bit, yeah.
Timmy looking very oversaturated now. We were just messing with this video, and you were like, I was like, you look good.
Oh, you
Normally
messed with
look a
it?
little
It
dark.
looked good before. Should I turn the light on? Will that help? I could open up here. What if I do this? Ooh, now it'll be way oversaturated, huh? No,
Oh, no,
that looks okay.
It adapts. It adapted.
Oh, okay.
I think. I don't know. It looks good. We're fine.
Hi, everybody. I'm Fat Magnum PI.
And guy that wears a hat.
And this is Skinny William Taft.
Me? Or you?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. This is William Taft.
Oh, dude, now my mouse is being weird though. Everything's fucked up, man. I'm gonna quit.
You want to start over again?
No, good. Timmy Mascari Gummies Williams. I've never had those on stream. I'm talking about just good old eating a bigger Delta 8 than I should. Anyways, all over my chest in here. Yeah. I look so white and pink, and you look perfect. Like lighting wise.
Yesterday's show, beige. I was like, whoa, Timmy got sunburned. And
that was sunburned. That was sunburned. I think it's a little less apparent now, but the lighting's weird. Should I turn on my light in here and see if it helps?
Yeah, you can see.
Because you said I look better than I normally do, but I'm looking at a stream. I think I look like a ghost.
Sometimes you look dark, but sometimes
it's dark.
Yeah, maybe it's a light thing. My lights are kind of sepia thing. You want to see Timmy on VR chat? Yeah, I think Timmy would be fun on VR chat too.
What's VR chat? I mean, I guess I should know that, shouldn't I?
You'll figure it out. We'll get there. It's best to not know going into it and just experience it.
Well, I don't do anything else besides this stuff, and then I don't do other stuff. You know that. Okay. So, should we get right into it? No, I'm just kidding. Oh, you know what? I got some new.
Do you want to start with Timmy Stash right from the jump?
Yeah, but I forgot it in the other room, so I got to go get it. But I mean, there's one that I've been wanting to get forever. It's hard to see, and the movie doesn't even stream ever. The rights are all messed up. Some asshole has the rights to it and has been holding on to it forever to try and get it remade. But some company in Britain made a Blu-ray, a really nice release of it, and it's expensive, and I found it for cheap recently, so I'll be right back. Here we go. Don't call it sour grapes, but
Timmy has mid-hunted before. He's mid-hunted in chat. He hasn't been on screen, I don't think, for any mid-hunts, but he does put his finger on the scale. one of the mids hunts we had last week or a couple days ago, or maybe it was last night, was one that Timmy suggested. Oh, whoa. Things are popping off, guys. Also, while Timmy is away, while we are going to be editing, I shouldn't edit this part out. I'm going to edit this part out, but the thing I was going to bring up will
I must believe. I'm chaotic good. I agree.
Timmy, Noah
Somebody's calling me chaotic
00
good.
just gifted 5 tier 1 subs.
Oh,
Live
hell yeah.
Eat Work gifted
Thank
2
you,
subs.
Uh-huh.
Way Stork Away rated. The Geeky Chica resubscribed.
What's a good name? Geeky Chica.
Fun to
Rolls
say.
right up the tongue.
Yeah,
Real sexy.
On
Oh, that
a
was yesterday.
mid-hubs.
I did one once, and I gotta go. You do it what days?
We do it random days. We do it whenever.
Yeah, that's hard. That sounds like a way for people who are mid-level attractive to fuck each other. Mid-hub, right?
Yeah, let's start it.
I mean, you and I are the guys to start it. I think you and I normally, when we have girlfriends, are way out of our range, and people are like, "How'd you do that?" We're like, we're mid. We're not like
personality. Omega Mark
personality. No,
resubscribed.
Nate, this is what you say. Personality, right? We have personality.
I don't know.
Got
what
the
this
personality, like a big dick. I'm saying we have big dicks. You know what this is? This is what a guy who does not have a big dick is trying to say he has a big dick. That's what this is.
Okay.
I'm kidding.
Hedora has also gifted subs. Thank you very much, Hedora.
You guys are killing it. Thank you so much. What a bunch of nice folks. Okay, it looks like a baby holding an apple. Oh, should I start off with the stash, or what should we do?
Yeah, why not? Let's kick it.
All
Also, I did want to bring this up. I don't know if
Yes.
you can see on
I'm looking at the stream,
but let me see if this works.
Oh, I'm drinking. I'm becoming oh, go ahead. You do this, and we'll do.
No, keep talking, because I need to figure out why this didn't work.
I have become a bourbon guy. I've mentioned that, but I also have been trying to find out more about red wine, and I really I've always liked for years Malbec, which is like a red wine. Do you ever drink wine?
No, I don't like wine.
I feel like your mom does.
She doesn't either. She likes tequila. We're
What?
spirits people.
Your mom just seems like a wine lady. Oh, so you're gonna show Sam's episode of the Greg Johnson show. Oh, there's the good stuff. I didn't listen to Sam's yet.
It just came out. I just wanted to. I told Greg I would give a shout out. If you guys are podcast people, check out live on 95.com and you can hear. There's a lot of good episodes here.
Mm-hmm.
Our buddy Greg Johnson, who has been on the show, he was one of the sports boys.
Oh yeah, he's on Whitest Kids.
Yeah,
he's What the Fuck is a Bicycle guy.
What the fuck is a bicycle? And he
it's
opened
like
for you guys.
A bunch on tour and stuff, yeah, and all the time in New York. He is. I mean, I told him. I think I tell him this in my episode. I told him he is the unofficial sixth whitest kid, but that is also.
You said that about Jordan, though.
And Jordan.
Yeah. You're saying too much, okay?
And Fatum, but I mean, but seriously, yeah. Oh no, I think maybe you don't say that to Greg. I told Greg that if we all died, not like what happened, but like if we had all died like at the same time, like a King Ralph situation is I think what I say, then like Greg could do some of our parts. I forget who else I mentioned, but yeah, so.
But yeah, anyways, these were funny
Greg
episodes.
rules, and in this podcast, he's working at a gas station, and if you walk in and he knows you, then he records an episode.
Yeah.
And that's what it is. It's pretty cool. So
it was a good time. So I wanted to give do you remember when you guys played the big theater in Boston?
Yeah.
Do you remember this where they were like,
yeah, it was a double feature. The Cupcake Magic guy and then us.
And then they were like, here's a whole thing of alcohol. Like they were just so nice, the people that were doing the event.
Yeah.
And I remember one of you guys was like, hey, you should intro Greg. Because Greg was warming up, and
we told you to do that.
Yeah, and I was like, yeah, sure, I could do that. And it was the Orpheum Theater, which was, it's a pretty big ass theater.
It's like across the street from the Wiltern, right? Or the Wilbur? What is that theater?
What did I say?
The
Orpheum?
bigger one.
It is the Wilbur. Yeah, you guys were at the Wilbur. I say
Okay,
Orpheum?
okay.
I meant Wilbur, yeah.
Orpheum is
at
the big one
Wilbur,
across the street. Okay.
Is the big one, yeah. So,
Right. I mean, 1,100 people were there or something like that, right?
yeah,
it
was
big.
crazy. It was crazy. So I was sweating. I panic sweat. So I was like
Sure.
full on big panic attack, just sweating. And I grab a paper towel real quick that's just hanging out, and I just start like wiping my brow because I'm like, and all I'm doing is going out there being like, ladies and gentlemen, Greg Johnson. So I'm like wiping my head like this, and I look in a mirror, and I've got like black smudge all over. And Greg's like, did anyone see what just happened to I just wrote my set down, and he had like written it on marker and on a paper towel, and I had grabbed it and like was wiping my sweat off with it. Yeah, it was pretty rough. And then
Dude,
I didn't even go onto the stage. I announced them from like the side, and they're like, go
you just
on
use the
stage.
mic?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I've never heard that story before. Obviously I was there. I was probably standing right next to you, but man, I don't remember that. That's amazing. I don't remember that, but that is exactly the kind of shit that happens to us and people in our, orbit like you and Greg all the time.
It was pretty weird.
It's like a fucking sitcom.
Yeah,
That's really
Greg was
funny.
like, he had just like left everybody and like taken like a good like 10-15 minutes to really like, go through
get
all
his
his
stuff
shit,
together.
Because this was like a big, it was probably the biggest
it was
theater
a
he'd
big
played.
show. Oh yeah, it was huge.
And I'm like, what are you talking about? And then we put it together. Put together pretty quick what happened. But yeah, so check out Greg. He's a hilarious guy. He has this new podcast. We're only on like the 9th episode here. Some of the other guys, Kenny Zinglinghouse. Also,
Kenny Zinglinghouse is great. Everybody on it's great. Jesse Pop shows up.
Dave and Jesse both.
Dave and Jesse.
So, yeah,
there was an episode
fun.
Sam and I did of SSS summer 2021. It was just me and Sam and Jesse Pop and Dave Rosinski talking New York stand-up. And Dave Rosinski, oh man, so fucking good. And Jesse's just
it's a funny episode, but
killer joke writer.
I feel now, the people watching Trailer Boys now should go back and check it out because it's in the VOD archive on YouTube. But it's like, I think at the time people were like, I want a Self-Suck Saturday. Where are the rest of the guys?
Yeah,
you guys were trying to like tell a story of what comedy was like in that era.
Yeah.
Because
and they're like, we want to see people we've seen before.
Yeah. Well, the thing too is like people don't really realize like the people you guys came up with, like when you see these photos from back in the day, and I think you guys had photos.
No, we showed a bunch of photos of like, here's me drunk and Sam drunk in the foreground, and in the background you could see 4 people who have Oscars now.
Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
That's an exaggeration. That's essentially what it was.
Yeah.
That's me and Sam, and then right behind us is Michelle Godry,
Yeah, and John Mulaney.
Chelsea, Donald Glover
Peretti,
a little bit. Kumail was all around. Tons of them. It's fun. Nick Kroll, yeah.
Yeah. But it's just so funny that all you guys came up in like the same scene.
Yeah, dude, it was weird when I moved out of the scene. I mean, this is literally what me and Greg talk about most of our episode of his show. But and then when I moved out to Portland and stuff, I'd be like watching anything I watched on television or a movie, like Pemberton was showing up, Fathom, all of our New York friends. It was just crazy. So it was an interesting time. But I watched that episode and they were fantastic. But yeah, I haven't listened to Sam's episode yet. I'm sure it'll be great.
So again, that's live on 95.com, and Timmy and Sam both have episodes. That was when you were on your road trip, right? When you were going from Maine to Florida?
I was just driving from Watertown to Boston back and forth.
It's an up and down interstate.
Shipping fentanyl. Oh yeah, that's wait. It's 95, right. Odd numbers go north and south. That's right, because ours is 29. So but you mentioned VODs and you mentioned SSS, and I would like to go on a brief pro-Nate rant here for a second. Every time I post, hey, we're going to do a Self-Suck Saturday tonight, 19 people are like, where's the VOD? Like, even before we fucking do it. And some people were like, well, please don't take the VOD down yet. And I had to respond. I went on Reddit. I told 2 different people basically the same thing. I said, we take it down so Nate can get ready to put on the YouTube channel. And we've been doing it that way for a long time. And that's how I said it both times. And one of the people, so these are 2 different comments that I responded to. And then a third person said to one of my replies, Timmy gets so snippy. And I said, boo fucking who? I spelled fuggin, Fuggin apostrophe, boo fuggin who. I said, I'm just telling them what's going on here. And I said, we've been doing it this way a long time. Nate does this for free, and I don't like to see people put pressure on him. And I said, and other people were like, well, would you take this one down, not that one? I'm like, we take them down when Nate's getting it ready to put on the YouTube, but and
YouTube takes them down randomly too.
Yeah, for weird little reasons. And then you get these motherfuckers that just want to fly to their town and strangle them. I think I can say that. Where they're like, oh, they're taking him down because of Zach, like because he's a big director now or whatever. And it's like, fuck. I actually told one of them, I just said, shut the fuck up. Because it's like, no, that's not, I mean, Nate, you can tell us, but that doesn't happen. Plus, there are times when you, even way before Barbarian came out, where you would text us and be like, hey, I think I might cut out this thing you guys said. What do you think? And we'd be like, yeah.
They don't know.
Yeah,
These people
exactly.
don't know I do that.
Yeah. So, but I just get so it's like, to say that we're doing this for free, well, that's not it. People are donating money to us, but we are doing this, just to do it also. And whether you donate or not is your choice. And for people to just kind of get so fucking entitled about it drives me crazy. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I mean,
especially
look,
when nice people
videos
like
get
you
taken down for many different reasons.
And to make assumptions and complain, those are the two things. Like, just enjoy what you get. I mean, dude, when I was a kid, if the fucking like Python, or if like Mark Hamill and Harrison Ford did a video show together every week, and I could watch it, I would not. I would be like, I'd lap up every bit I could get. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? I probably didn't make much sense.
You would lap up your Mark Hamill?
Yeah. I drink.
I get what you're saying. Saying.
But I made it sound like cum.
No, I appreciate the support. And I'm
anyways,
I think
get
we're
off
pretty
his
much
butt.
caught up on most of the
and
VODs.
You know what? Well, here's the thing. So what if you
while
weren't?
I'm working?
Yeah, well, that's the thing, man. I mean, that's what people don't understand. And even if you weren't caught up, like there should be no caught up. People get used to a certain thing, and that's fine. But like, you're fucking doing this out of the goodness of your soul. I mean, you don't have a soul. None of us do. But whatever that is, there.
Well, I will say too, like I'm as big a fan as anyone else in chat. Of the show and you guys and stuff too. So
he calls me all the time, you guys. He'll call us in the middle of the night, like,
phone.
What you thinking about? But no, we appreciate it, man. And I just want. And here's the thing. The people who are complaining about that stuff are not watching this. They never do.
No, they don't watch the live shows. And that's the thing is like the live shows are where the shit is, That's like the funny stuff.
If you want to see the Too Hot for TV, Too Hot for YT, then you fucking get your ass here. And maybe that's a good time to introduce it. This is Trailer Boys, and I'm Timmy from Whitest Kids. This is Nate, who I just went off about. Is
not from Whitest Kids.
Not from Whitest Kids, but is basically our left leg, one of our legs. He's very important. He's our third leg.
I'll take that. Yeah.
Okay. Anyways, so it is a show where we watch trailers, and it's a game show too. So if you haven't watched it before, you submit trailers to the URL right up there, miseryloves.us. But wait, read right above the URL. It tells you what the theme is. So every night we have a theme. And you submit your trailers on that theme. We watch them. And Nate and I, and when Sam's here, whoever's here, we vote on them and give them points. You guys get to vote and give them points too. And we'll explain how your voting works. And then, we take the top point winners at the end of the night and have a trailer of the night. And then that person gets extra points. Then there's a whole season, and it goes on and on. Did I do a good explanation?
Yeah. I just want to show the points right here.
Yep. Here we go.
If the points, if you guys voting, this is on your points, not our points, but this is how chat gets points.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's in the yes column between 0 to 25, it's 0 points. 25 to 50 nets you 1 point. 50 to 75% yes is 2. 75 to like 99 is 3. We started saying 100% gets you 4, but we've really only had that one time. And I'm pretty sure it was Lyft, and I think Encino Man also got 100%, but I disqualified it.
Wow. Can I point out a funny comment quick? Spoontree said, in quotes, "The VOD in which you called me out for being an impatient prick isn't up yet. Where is it?"
Exactly.
Spoonie's he's a fucking mensch.
The last self-suck was actually really tough because, not yesterday, but the 2 weeks ago, because you guys were listening to music. And it would get flagged, and I would edit it, and YouTube has to scan it over again every time. And then another thing would get flagged. I'm like, why can't you just give me all of them at once so I can edit it one time and send it through? So it was a
sucks.
bit. It just went up though. It's up live now.
Grimward says, I had a 99% vote, and then one asshole voted no out of spite. That happens. Like, we'll be watching it, and one else will be like, oh, this one's so close. And then some dick will be like, you know. So I try not to say anything, but if anybody has ever watched me for more than 10 seconds, you know, it's very hard for me to not say anything.
Dark Queen Mia says, I kind of fucked it up. I thought it was just practical visual effects, not just specifically characters.
I think that'll probably, we'll watch it and see how it goes.
I mean, if people think it's way off, you know, they'll vote against it, but it's pretty much what we're going to watch as last week's winner. You'll see like where the inspiration came from, but then, you know, it's kind of wider, not just like character, but I mean, that was kind of the genesis of it, but we can go wider than that, you know? But here's the leaderboard right now. Flangia back on top.
Wow.
And this one that won, it felt like a very Flangia level trailer, but it wasn't from
last
Flangia.
week.
Yeah, it was from Trash VHS. Well, I don't see chat, but they have been submitting a bunch. So
good job.
Butterfly Beulah says they have 22 points. Is that true? I don't know. Sometimes this gets weird and I have to re-look it up.
Let's get weird.
I noticed too, people will mess with their username when they're submitting things, and you don't want to do that. You want to keep the name. When it's like, hey, what's your name?
So
don't put the date in there. Some of you guys put the date in there, and so now every time that date next to your name, that's your username. So it's not really.
Oh yeah, someone did that today. You know who you are. Don't do it. But that person sent me treats a few times, so I have to be nice. But don't do it. That's right. I'll be nice if you send me treats. Anyways, but that's how it works. And I think we're good enough to start that, but we have other stuff we'll do first. So, what the fuck did I just do to the thing?
Way Stork Away says, can we possibly change the voting rubric? What a word.
The fuck does rubric mean?
I don't know. He's a nerd. No nerds,
God, what
please.
a fucking nerd.
No nerds.
Hey, Nate, this time I don't think I have the power to sort. Do I?
I did sort. It should be sorted.
Okay, because it's not letting me. Because I have had the power lately, and now tonight I don't. I don't think I do. Anyways,
should be sorted, but I can sort it again.
No, go for it. It's fine. Okay. Well, we got to remember the two that Sam put in here for coming attractions.
I have them queued up. We're good.
You're ready. Okay.
Unless do you have one too?
I could show that one if we want. I feel like Sam should be around when we watch it.
Okay.
Because I think it's a faith-based thing. And that says Brad.
Boy Stork Away is a nerd, but you want to change it to 95%? No.
Yeah.
No.
Why don't you just?
It's Sam's choice. You know what? We know Sam makes the rules and changes them as he wants.
Oh yeah, because you used to always say it was my show. I don't want that.
I'm just pushing buttons.
Now you're saying it's Sam's show.
All right. So do you want to see last week's winner?
Yeah, let's do it.
What are you drinking tonight?
Well, I just drank some Syrah. That is a red wine I've never had before. It's very sweet. Is it Syrah? Yeah. Que Syrah, Syrah, a little too sweet for me. I like my wine more bitter, Malbec or Merlot. Anyways.
So you know the song.
Mm-hmm. That's how you say
pronounce the Syrah in
They're
the song.
spelled completely differently.
Oh, really?
So I'm not going to make Syrah, the wine is Syrah, where Que Syrah is Sera with an accent.
Oh.
Which means will be.
Okay.
Hablo un poquísimo de español.
The rest of that song has wine in it. Like Malbec is a wine.
Well, what I just did, but I made that up. That's not the real song.
I don't know the real song. I'm sorry.
The real song is Que Sera, Sera, whatever you'll be, will be. The future's not ours, you see. Que Sera, Sera. So it's a different word. It's a different thing.
Okay.
I'm done.
Now it starts.
No, not at all, man. How we doing? Are we gonna watch this?
Yeah, I'm hitting the coming attractions button.
We're doing coming attractions, or we're watching last week's trailer?
Oh yeah. We're doing last week's trailer. Hit the button too soon.
Holy shit! Boy, that just starts off, doesn't it? Are there children singing? Oh my!
こんにちはレックス。私がお母さんよ。レックスグー。何もかも
Darren Pendery indeed. Darren Pendery indeed. He loves
Yeah,
this.
this? Oh, I bet. This is so Darren.
He hosted last week.
I know. It was you and him and Sam, right?
Yeah.
Did he have fun?
I think he did.
He said last night that he loved it.
He gave everybody 2 points.
Yeah. I
What a
told him I'd do the
slut.
same thing.
What a
レックス
slut.
の本当のお母さんがいるよ。
I do way too much until it gets about 2 hours in, and then I'm like, that one was 2 minutes and 1 second. Fuck you. Never come back.
Exactly.
Does she have a Cruella de Vil outfit on?
That's made of Dalmatians that
The hat.
Rex eats.
Oh no.
Oh, it's Christmas.
Oh
That's the
dude,
other
this
thing.
is a
It's Christmas.
perfect. This is a perfect entry into an insane PETA ad I saw on Twitter. I'll mention after this.
早く行きなさい。
What the fuck?
もうすぐレックスに会える。レックス恐竜物語。
Movie came out on July 3rd.
So,
Or maybe March 7th. I'm not sure how they do their dates.
could you guys hear that and see that okay? Was the tech okay? Could you hear us
Tell us.
talking? Was the trailer loud enough? This is why we
Regusu.
do last week's winner, just to get caught up on where we're at, but also just the tech. So good feedback. In the part you saw last week.
Everybody's saying all good.
Okay.
So I saw, first of all, that's amazing. Also, man, Japanese filmmaking just has this, they just get this like level of weird into their stuff that's just so unique to them,
Yeah.
Like
Ichi
that
the
could,
Killer.
well, yeah, I mean, I was gonna say Takashi Miike, I mean, obviously, but like, he's done like 100 some odd movies, and not all of them are crazy. Some of them are like, he's done kids movies, so I was like, I wonder if that's one of his kids movies.
I don't think I like him too much, but I do like.
He's done some. Well, you have to watch all 150 movies that he's directed to really
But
have a
I
solid
have
opinion.
watched a lot of the.
I'm kidding.
What's that guy? Beat Takeshi.
Yeah. Beat Takeshi's cool, man.
He's great.
Takeshi
I love.
Kitano.
Yeah, I really like a lot of his movies. He does a lot of really good
Yakuza movies.
Yeah.
Takashi Miike has stuff like that too. It's not all the crazy ultra-violent stuff, But anyways, it's very strange. And so I just today, a few hours ago, was on Twitter and saw somebody. What's up?
Getting nuked will do that to people. Yeah, I guess that'll like.
Oh, there's a good point.
it'll have ramifications.
Yeah. That's a bummer. Oh, okay. So I saw this PETA ad. Oh yeah, this dude I know that I'm Twitter friends with, Doug. I forget his last name. He is a horror novelist in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, and we follow each other on Twitter. And he retweeted this thing. PETA, People for the Ethical Treatment of Animals, who are normally way off base, right? They're fucking nuts. They said like,
not to be
so
confused with pedo. That's a whole separate thing.
What's pedo?
You don't wanna look it
pedos?
up.
Like
you don't want to Google it.
pedos, not pedos. Pedos.
Yeah.
You mean like pedos?
Yeah.
Geppetto?
It's a different
Anyways.
organization. PETA. Okay.
Nah, maybe. But anyway, so PETA, PETA, they have this ad that says, "You wouldn't eat a dinosaur, so why eat a chicken?" And Doug had retweeted it, being like, how do you know I wouldn't eat a dinosaur? And I agreed. I'm like, yeah, man. I mean, I said, I think a lot of people would eat a dinosaur if they had a chance to.
Yeah,
right?
definitely. I need a dinosaur just to say
yeah,
a dinosaur.
It's so weird. Like, you would need a dinosaur. It's like, you can't fucking make that call on behalf of humanity, PETA.
Yeah.
Those things have been gone for millions of years.
The only reason I wouldn't eat a dinosaur is because I can't get a dinosaur to eat.
Exactly. I'll try anything once.
Yeah.
Fuck it.
There was a what do you call it when you put the sticks in the hot bowls and they have like, and it's sometimes cheese?
Fondue.
Fondue. There was a fondue place in Cambridge, and if you called ahead, you could get the rare meat fondue, and it was like crocodile. There were some odd ones. It was like crocodile meat.
I like
think
that.
There was like kangaroo meat.
Oh.
Yeah, it was meats of the world.
Dark Souls Bro says I tried dinosaur more so than snails. Absolutely, man. I mean, I've tried snails. The time I tried snails was very funny. We were in Vancouver doing we did a festival, White Skins did a festival, and we were about to embark on a tour of Flogging Molly. We were going to drive all over the country and do shows. And we were going to be getting, per diems and stuff. And we'd never done anything like that before. It's our first time. It was in 2006. And so our last day in Vancouver, Zach and I were eating in a revolving restaurant in Vancouver, right? Already fancy. We're eating escargot. Overly fancy. And I remember Zach being like, man, with the money we're making and going all over the country, we'll be able to eat in dope-ass restaurants like every night. And I was like, yeah. And I wasn't really thinking about it, right? And then, like, cut 3 weeks later, we're, driving across fucking Oklahoma in the middle of the night, eating Subway for the 9th time in a row. It's like, oh, right, there's not dope-ass restaurants everywhere.
Tour diet.
Huh?
Tour diet.
Oh, yeah, man. And then there was the tour where Trevor, he was vegetarian for a few years. And we drove through the Midwest, just me, him, Darren, and Sam. Zach wasn't around for that one. And we were just driving around in my fucking car. I had Chevy Impala or something. And, just eating at gas stations. Trevor's like, it's so hard to find vegetarian food. I'm like, you're looking in gas stations in Missouri. Like, what do you want, man?
Yeah.
He's like, I'm so sick of eating egg salad sandwiches. I'm like, well, just start eating meat. The Midwest has many opportunities for delicious
Eggs are not
meat.
Vegetarian. Are they?
Yeah, dude. I mean, part of it is just because of, cavemen, but also, the meat industry is in the Midwest. So a lot of people kind of take it seriously.
Yeah, it's political.
So it is in some ways, so anyways, but that trailer was great. And so now, folks, kind of what we're looking for. So we have a couple pre-show segments we do. That's one of them where we watched last week's. Should we do coming attractions next or the stash? Stash is short.
Let's stash
All right,
it up.
man. All right. So for people that don't know, I am a physical media collector, which Guillermo del Toro just said a little bit ago on Twitter that things are getting to the point with streaming services where Blu-ray collectors are operating at like a Fahrenheit 451 level of morality now. Like, it's important to catalog this shit. You know what I mean? I get what he means. I mean, I kind of feel the same way, I always say, like,
we
after
did rename this segment though, but I forget what it was.
Oh, what was it? It was really funny and completely had nothing to do with movies. What did we call it?
We were moving away from Stash. We were moving away from
because we don't like
Spin.
Kevin Smith. Not Meat Spin, but it
Pretty
was
sure
like
it was Meat Spins.
Someone's
Meat
gonna know.
Spins.
Cue the hawk sound. Away Stark Away knows about that. I don't know how, but good guess. I can't remember what we called it. Something about burgers. I can't remember. Party meat. No, beef. Because I was saying something. I don't want to start a beef. Patrick Turner says, Timmy, do you have a sorting system for your DVD collection? I only have like 10 DVDs, so no. But I have a lot of Blu-rays.
That's not true? Oh. Okay.
And
that was such a Timmy thing to say.
I know. Well, but come on, fucking read a book. Anyway, so I'm just kidding, man. My daughter and I made a. I want to do. Okay, my daughter doesn't know what the fuck a video store is. She's 11, right? But I'm like, I want to make labels like in an independent video store, and she just looked at me like, okay. But so we made a bunch of little labels. So I have it by genre, and the genres are fun, weird ones that we made up. Scum is where I have stuff like Badlands and Cheap Thrills, the movie Zach's wife is in. The Hills Have Eyes, Dead Beat by Dawn. But so speaking of Dawn, so a movie that's very hard to find on streaming. It's never streaming. You can't buy a Blu-ray of it. Normally, like they don't just make normal amounts of Blu-rays for it. It's normally hard to find or you're going to get a used copy. But I got this. Should I change out of the green screen for a second? Yeah.
It's not supposed to
I
be
know.
on me. It's
I
supposed
just
to be
totally.
on Timmy.
It's just on you. Okay, you got to wait then.
It's on you.
Oh, there we go. Now it's way on me. It's so close in on my face. Holy shit. Okay. Anyways, so I got the second site from Britain copy of Dawn of the Dead, and it's fucking awesome. And it has 3 cuts of the movie in it, and the box is obviously gorgeous. And I got it for, $30, which seems a lot for a movie, but look at this, man. It's like you got the regular cut and then 2 more cuts of it, and then this fourth disc, which is just. So the other cuts are the extended cut from they showed the Cannes Film Festival, and then the third one is called the Argento cut because Dario Argento and another Argento were both involved in the production of this.
No way.
Yeah. I mean, everybody knows Dawn of the Dead. That's the one on the mall.
Yeah.
It's like the zombie movie. So I'm so glad to finally have it.
Baby.
Hell yeah. And so when I got it from Grindhouse Video, which is an independent online video store. They also had another one on sale that I've been wanting to get for a long time in this case. So this is a steel book of Battle Beyond the Stars. I would assume you guys have had this trailer submitted on here before.
I don't know.
It's like a Star Wars ripoff from the 70s that Roger Corman produced, and it's fucking great.
I feel you should.
So good.
You should get sponsored by these stores. They should send you like branded merch.
I just pimped them out. In fact, someone in chat just said I just ordered from Grindhouse. So there you go.
There was another one too that I am thinking
Vinegar Syndrome.
No. It was a smaller.
Vinegar Syndrome's a label, but
Yeah.
Grindhouse is a store that has a bunch of different labels. Orbit, the one I was just telling you about the other day.
Orbit DVD, is that what it was?
Mm-hmm. And
what was the one you sent? I forget what it was now, but I was like $10. I gotta get that.
Orbit DVD. Oh, the movie? It was a version of Crawl they have in a case. It's a Blu-ray, but a case that makes it look like an old beat up VHS case. And then the third one I'm going to show tonight is, there's a lot of times, like I always say, when we do Trailer Boys, people submit trailers. I write down movies I want to see. Well, I just so happened during that episode to order it, and it showed up in like a week and a half, even though it came from Australia. This is just an independent guy found on Amazon. But anyways, I got Hawk the Slayer.
Hell yeah.
And I am not done watching it yet. I started watching it last night, but just got busy and stuff. It's pretty great so far. But the theme song is like one of the best things that's ever happened to me. I mean, I sent it to Nate last night, and he played it on. What were you doing last night? Did you do Midhunters? What was that?
Yeah, we did Midhunters.
Okay.
I'm playing the song for them.
Oh, you're playing it now? Okay, good.
Wait, maybe they can't hear it yet. I don't know if they'll be able to hear it in this scene.
Girl Kinda Gray says the song fucks. You are right. It fucks hard.
Let's see. Is it playing?
But I will have another stash episode in a few weeks because Vinegar Syndrome just had a big halfway to Black Friday sale, and I bought some weird shit. So
I loved the song because it definitely sounded like a spaghetti western with like lasers and like flute.
Yeah,
a lot of flute.
Disco. It's like a disco western. And the thing is the movie it's all the music doesn't stop. It's like that the whole time.
It's awesome.
No, Battle Beyond the Stars is not a Turkish Star Wars ripoff. It's an American film. And what's interesting about Battle Beyond the Stars, it's Roger Corman produced it, but it was in the late 70s. And if you look up the credits for the production team on any Roger Corman movie from around that time, you're going to be like, what the fuck? And just this one for an example, let me just read you some of the crew on this. It's like, it's a who's who. It's a future who's who. Is kind of how it works. So
I'm picturing you're about to name a bunch of like crew and art director things that like
absolutely
you
not.
And 3 other people in chat are gonna know.
All right, well, why don't you? Okay, just stop. I get your joke, but the first one is James Cameron. All righty, James Horner, who's a major film score guy. Gail Ann Hurd, who works with James Cameron and has done tons of shit on Walking Dead and stuff. And there's more. John Sayles, who's he'd be the least well-known one, but he was still a big deal for independent film and stuff. But yeah, James Cameron did a bunch of these. And he just like, oh, shut the fuck up, Nate.
Had COVID.
I'm gonna go.
What's the biggest thing he's done?
Piranha.
Piranha.
James
I've seen
Cameron. I don't
Piranha.
know. Jimathan Cameraman.
Jim Cameron from Avatar.
Yes.
Okay, yeah, all right, yeah. No, I know who you're talking about.
Oh,
Sorry.
fuck you. Nobody calls him Jim Cameron except people who are trying to seem like they have a connection to him that they do not have.
Jimmy
You know what I mean?
Cams.
It always drives me crazy. First of all, wait, this is weird. So he made Piranha 2, not Piranha 1. Guy Incognito said that in the chat. He said Piranha 2. And for some reason, the Automod is holding it because of the word piranha.
Yeah, I saw that.
That is so weird. What?
I have no idea. Yeah, Piranha.
Yo,
was
Guy
a held
Incognito,
word.
can you cool it on the fish names, please?
Okay.
You know, we have a diverse group in here.
Watch your language.
Please watch your fish language. That is insane. All right. Next up, coming attractions.
Coming attractions.
I have
I'm
a
gonna
quick
hit the-
story for this. I told you this. So yesterday when I was getting ready for Self-Suck, I'm like, I'm going to check out the submissions for Trailer Boys. So I didn't know what the theme was. So I see that the theme is practical effects. And the first two things on the list were two trailers that are not that. And I'm like, what are these? Who's this idiot? And I'm like, it's Sam's Coming Attractions.
Yeah.
But I was like, okay,
this
that
person's
makes
name
sense.
is bullshit.
Yeah. Dark Queen Mia says Terminator. Yes. And Nate knew that. He was having a laugh. I
I know him as Jim Cameron. Sorry.
he was having an intended laugh. Didn't really work out though.
Jim Cameron.
What are we? We got two.
We
The
got
third
two.
one I want to save it because I think
Right.
Sam needs to be there. So.
Okay. Sam said there's a pre-trailer trailer for one of them. So
For both of them.
Oh, for both of them. So
Yeah,
he
for
said
both of
don't. He said make sure you don't blast them right away. So,
Can I kick it? I'm awesome.
All right.
Boys, where have you been?
We're just running errands.
That's it?
Look, we're really sorry, Splinter. Some of the guys wanted to get pizza, and I tried to talk them out of it.
You ratted us out. Hey, don't use
I think
that
they're
word that
saying
way.
it was loud.
It's 2023.
Sorry, Dad.
yeah, it's loud.
I think we're complaining about sound. I
Hey,
think the internet was
guys,
broken.
if we weren't monsters that were shunned by society and we could do what we wanted, what would you guys do?
Go to high school. Maybe get a girlfriend.
Can you imagine that?
Not likely. This is insane.
Oh, good soundtrack.
Karate teens. I want to know everything about you.
Our dad is definitely not a giant rat.
That makes me feel like he's a rat.
Police are baffled by the recent crime wave led by Superfly.
Nobody's ever seen his face.
Why?
Because he kills everyone who does.
Cool.
No, not cool.
A bit cool.
Can I kick it?
We take out Superfly, and then everyone will think we're cool. They'll accept us.
Can I kick it?
He's making a deal tonight under the Brooklyn Bridge.
Can I kick? Whoa. Kick.
What the? Y'all some little tortoises, huh?
I can't believe there are other mutants.
You wanna roll with us? Humans are never gonna like us. So we gonna let the mutants rule the earth.
Steadier in this.
People's they got to go.
Yeah.
Okay, sort of a twist.
We can't stop him.
We gotta try.
6 in the morning, police at my door.
Can I kick it?
My son, Michelangelo, you have heart. Donatello, you have
Jackie Chan
wisdom.
voice.
Raphael, you have bravery. And Leonardo, honor.
Enough talk. I dream about fighting every night.
You've got a rage problem, right?
It's not a problem.
Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it? Can I kick it?
That looks great.
Yeah, down.
The animation's beautiful. Huh?
In it.
Yeah, for sure.
Sold.
I like that they are focusing on the teenage of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and they're like a bunch of dumb kids, you know?
Totally. Yeah, I do like that.
And
the
all the
animation
mutant
looks
stuff.
tight.
So good.
Who's your favorite turtle?
Donatello. No problem.
Me too.
Well, we're both fucking dorks. What would you expect?
I'm cool.
I mean, I think you're cool, but I'm a fucking
cool.
dork. And everyone in chat's a dork too. So once they start saying you're cool, that doesn't change anything. Everybody's a dork.
I'm worried though, because I thought Donatello was cool and smart and he had the big stick. But now, in these reboots and they kind of tweak the characters a little bit, it's like, what is the new Donatello going to be like,
Well, did you listen to the words that the characters are saying in the trailer?
Yeah, but not enough to get the scope of the entire character.
Well, the rat said, Splinter said, Michelangelo, you have heart. Donatello, you have brains. I think that kind of puts it right there.
That's the most superficial and
but
Wizard of Oz way.
And he's got glasses on. But Nate, it's the trailer for the movie.
True.
Also, they're not just trying to make you, the person who hates almost every movie that exists, happy. They're trying to get everybody on board, So,
I'm saying is I want to know, Donatello was my favorite, but I can't say that he's going to be my favorite.
Well, who knows, man? He'll be different, but the
Raph
broad
looks
strokes
more interesting to me.
Yeah, well, Raphael. When you're an adult, Raphael is the more interesting character. He's the deepest one of the characters for sure in every iteration, because he's the one that's not immediately okay with what they're doing.
Lapizzi was telling me there's a new Turtles comic that's amazing.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like, you have to read it. He's like, it's really dark. It's like Raphael's the only turtle left alive.
Yeah, well, they in the original comics, they eventually had Raphael was the Shredder at some point, I guess, too. But Lydia Petuni says, I'm not a dork, I'm hot. That doesn't matter. I'm also hot. I'm a dork,
I'm not a dork.
Thanks, buddy.
Okay,
but anyways, that looks fantastic.
Yeah.
I think I get what you're saying, but I think that they are obviously going to make him a nerd, but will he be a nerd that we like in the way we liked him back in the day? Who knows?
Sure.
Right.
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Okay. I didn't mean to lecture you, but people
Sam
have
was
fun
a
when I do.
Michelangelo, in case anybody was wondering.
Well, can I sing the theme song real quick? Because I love the theme song from back in the day.
Sure.
They're heroes in a half shell and they're green. Splinter taught them to be ninja teens. Leonardo leads, Donatello does machines. Raphael is cool but rude. Michelangelo is a party dude. I love that fucking song, man. Spray it all over my chest and hair.
I don't remember that part from the...
Oh, so you don't ever... So you not paying attention to what's happening and then complaining about it is not a new thing. Okay.
No, spray it all over my chest and hair. I don't think it was a part of the theme song.
Spray it all over my chest and hair. I get on Nate's case even when it's unfair. He has a lot of bad opinions and it's really sad.
That is true.
It's a good song, man. Fucking give me a deal. Give me a record deal. Pizza power. Turtle. 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 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
I like when we drink.
I had
more fun.
A little bit of wine, and I guess I was just telling my daughter, I'm like, I've been getting into red wine because you drink a little bit of it every day, once a night or every couple nights, and it's good for you. But now I'm like, I should drink the rest of it.
Yeah, and eat that gummy. Fuck it.
So walk out tomorrow and be like, Dad, the wine bottle's empty. I'm like, yeah, it's really good for my heart.
There was a hole. It spilled it into my glass.
Turtles way too fantasy. Can I ban Mythic for life? No, we can't do that.
Yeah, it's your show. You can do whatever you want.
He's never had a good opinion. Well, he's helped me through some Doom levels. Do you know the turtle rap? Okay, so the turtle rap, if you're talking about, there's the turtle rap is a song, but I feel like you're referencing the ninja rap, which is the one Vanilla Ice does in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2, which is the exact point in a conversation when I became true friends with Trevor and Sam. We were hanging out right after I met them, like 2 days after I met them in 2001. And we ran into each other. We got lunch at McDonald's. We're sitting there, and because we're fancy, and we're sitting there, and I told him, I'm like, I think one of the greatest points of anyone in our generation's childhood was when the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles were in a fight. It got thrown through a wall, and they get up and dust themselves off, and Vanilla Ice is there. And I'm like, the only thing that scene was missing was if someone like cracked open a Pepsi, you know?
Yeah.
And they were like, "You're right, man." That's like when we became friends. But so there was one of those live show intros we made once. It was me and Darren and Trevor, which is, every combination of Whitest Kids get a different vibe, and for us, it's like just idiots. And so we made an intro that was us passing around a video camera and then dancing to the ninja rap. So
that was the original intro.
One of the intros. We used to show different intros all the time at the Whitest Kids thing at the live shows at pianos. We had one where we were all doing Whippets, which happened to be the one when my dad visited and watched. He went to the Mets game. He went to a Mets game that afternoon. It was a Sunday. He went to the Mets game, and he's like, "You got to come with him." I'm like, we got to shoot something for the show. And he comes like, "What's that?" He's like, "So you were doing Whippets?" I'm like, "Yeah, I was doing Whippets."
I gotta buy some balloons.
That's right. Dante ballad TURTLE Power was sung by Partners in Crime. I have an Apple Music playlist that is movie rap songs from the end credits of movies that explain the movie you just watched, because so many of them, especially from the 90s, did that.
How many songs are on it?
Like 13. Where's my phone? Yeah, okay. I'll show you guys. Dude,
so
there's so many. I know we're trying to get started.
We watched Skate Town USA the other night.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And it is a roller disco movie. I don't know why I'm shrinking. A roller disco movie. Yeah. It was fun.
Yeah. It's a movie credit rap songs. Okay, we got Men in Black is a famous one. Maniac Cop Rap, which is, I think, the technically best one. Yeah, it's like you can't. He won't back down. He won't ever stop, and you better get running. It's Maniac Cop. The Adams Groove, Ninja Rap, and then they did it. The trend came back when Jamie Foxx did that vampire movie Day Shift last year. He did a rap song at the end of it in the end credits, because Snoop Dogg's in the movie, so he's on the song with Jamie Foxx, and it's about what you just saw. It's about these guys, a rap song about that. Are You Ready for Freddy by the Fat Boys? Ace is in the House by Tone Loc, which is about Ace Ventura.
He was in that movie too, right?
Yeah.
I like when it's sung by an actor in the movie.
A rapper that was in the movie. It makes it even better. Yeah, but I think the two best of that list, and there's a couple more too. There's Bobby Brown, On Our Own, which is from Ghostbusters 2. But yeah,
that's
Partners
a great
in
song.
Crime. Yeah, Partners in Crime, which by the way is spelled with a K. Steve Herver said that. Anyways, I'm like, no, it's worse than you said it was. It's even worse. But yeah, Wild Wild West. You
have Andy Milonakis' rap from the end of Waiting on there.
Oh no, that's a good one. I could look that one up. Had some adventures with that guy too. My hat is like a shark's fin. Nightmare on My Street. Yeah, that's right. There's more than one. Fresh Prince had a Freddy rap too. Yeah, Nightmare on My Street. Anyways, there's some good shit. Okay. I'm done derailing us for at least 20 minutes.
Right. We're going to watch the next coming attraction.
And then we can start the show. All right. Oh, it's Jackie Chan night, apparently.
They didn't see that part.
Oh, shit. Sorry. See, I watched this trailer not knowing Sam had submitted it, and I thought it was like part of the theme. I'm like, where's the stop motion guys?
Slow. And put in the hole.
I love it.
Yeah, dude. Oh,
that is a cool looking mask.
Yeah.
Army of Two.
Biggest oil heist in history.
An oil heist. That's interesting.
These guys are a little bit on edge.
You guys do nicknames? Bald Eagle.
But the cinematography looks terrible.
Full disclosure, there's a lot going on here.
I think they're gonna shoot you.
Why?
Because the first time I see you, I wanted to shoot you.
Allez-moi ces enfoirés!
See,
Do you see what I'm saying here? Why does it look so bad? Like, visually.
I'm just
It looks so fake, right?
It's a movie.
It's like we got ourselves
Dude,
an
it looks so
old-fashioned
much more
stand-up.
fake than most movies.
You go high, I'll go low.
It looks like it's really bad blue screeners. Yeah.
I'm okay. You okay?
I mean, do you know XYZ Pictures?
Okay.
I've heard of them.
Have you really?
Oh, yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, XYZ's done a lot of stuff. I don't know.
Sorry.
I don't know. China's movies don't
Shame
look
you have
better
to do
than
this on your own. I'm not alone.
This kind of incompetence.
What is the bearded guy? Oh, he's from the Dragon Show.
Yeah. That's awesome.
The physics in this game are awesome.
In this game. Here's the thing. It looks like they spent all their money getting John Cena and Jackie Chan, which is not a bad idea.
I love John Cena. I love John Cena.
Yeah, and they look like they have great chemistry together, right? So that looks like a lot of fun. I just think of the, I don't know, some of the shots of out in the desert look really fake and bad, you know?
Yeah, you're right,
so,
you're right.
I don't
Voodoo
know.
Cowboy gifted 5 subs. Then
So
Abby
did You're
Sally
Dead by
gifted
Me.
a sub. Yeah, and then You're Dead by Me
Jeez,
gifted 5
thank
subs.
you.
Lots of gifting going on. Much appreciated. It's going to go towards the movie. The movie
Mars,
is...
which Sam said last night towards the end of the stream, kind of dropped the update at the end of the night, but we're ready to start submitting to festivals. So
Yeah, he was saying
which doesn't
that
mean it's 100% done,
Yeah.
but it is, done enough to do that. So
it's at the point where they can submit it to festivals to be approved. Not saying it's fully finished, but
right. Because you can submit them before,
Yeah.
and they'll be like, okay, we like what you got, bring it to the festival.
And what that means, though, too, is that a lot of times with these festivals, they want to have the premiere at the festival. So
Right.
depending on what the festival is and what the
Yeah,
rules
it
are,
depends on-
that would be, if it gets accepted to X festival,
Right.
you wouldn't be seeing it before that festival date. So
Right.
just letting
And
you guys know.
I'm not choosing the festival until I get a list from each festival of what would be in the gift bag that you get when you go. So.
Yeah.
Which I think, that's my right.
It is. It is. You work on a movie.
Mm-hmm.
You guys in chat don't get any gift bag. Sorry. You don't get any of that.
But if I get a gift bag and some of the stuff sucks, I'll give it to someone from chat.
Yeah. If you get dog shit in a gift bag, definitely give it to somebody in chat.
Tell you what, man, when we went to the Spirit Awards the first time in 2008, and we got to walk through the gift tent, I mean, most of us had not experienced anything like that ever. And it was incredible. I got a fucking vacuum and like a card that got me and another person into any movie at AMC theaters for free for a year.
Yeah,
And
you guys talked about
the year
that.
The Dark Knight came out. I saw Dark Knight like 9 times in the theater. It's great. It paid $0.
Yeah, you guys talked about that for so long. And I'm like, you guys have a TV show. You can afford to go to a movie.
But Nate, here's the thing is you kind of understand because you were around enough.
Yeah.
We were so poor. Like and I was the poorest one. We were so poor.
Yeah.
But like the idea of of stuff that we did anyways now being free, because we also got a free year of Netflix, the discs. This was back in the day. But like, I mean, that kind of stuff, we were like, you just let us have this? All we got to do is present an award in which we made fun of everyone else in the room? Okay.
I mean, as far as promotion goes, they get their bang for their buck. You guys were so psyched on that.
Oh, dude, yeah, we talked about free movies for fucking. I'm still talking about it right now. It was 15 years ago.
I feel bad. Sam one year got me. I think he was selling the movie pass, like how cool it was, and it was like around Christmas time, and I'm like, I don't go to movies. I was like, oh, okay. And then like
I got
Christmas
it the next time. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Well, then my mom opens her gift, and it's a movie pass, and she's like, oh, nice. And I was like, oh, I fucked that up, didn't I? I'm always putting my foot in my mouth.
Does Napa Valley have a film festival? Timmy would pick that one. Probably. It's probably be some kick-ass wine. I just got into wine. Okay. Should we do it? We already introed it.
Yeah.
I think we're good
Please
to go.
do the honors. We're good to go, except I have finished my drink.
And I should probably go parent. Let me pick out because it's 9:05 and my kid is so far ahead of me in Zelda already that I feel like I should go make her go to bed, right?
You go make her go to bed. And
yeah, because I'll be like, yo, I know it's summer and it's only 9:05, but you are too far in this game, and you got to go to bed.
I'm gonna hit a button.
Yeah, go for it, man.
And then you go parent, and I'm gonna go get.
You're gonna hit a button? What button are you gonna hit?
I'm gonna do the intro again.
Oh, so we're both leaving. Let's start. Yo, I'm like, man, we're gonna start quick. No.
Don't worry.
Whatever.
No one will see this in the VODs. This is just for the live people are hanging out.
Oh, you know what I'm gonna do then? Is then I'm gonna create a fake Reddit account and be like, fuck you.
Yeah. It's fun when like people comment on the Trailer Boys because it's a weekly show and Self Suck is every other week. So it's funny when people comment on Trailer Boys videos asking why there aren't more Self Sucks. And it's like
it's like, you know what? It's like, I get it. People love us. I love us. I get it. But also like, cool, fuck off. Like part of our thing is that we like to do different stuff. That's why we had a sketch show and not a sitcom. You know, for me personally, it's because I have ADHD. I'm like, I love that we make 2-second sketches because I can't pay attention for 3.
Exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
Anyways,
that's why we're doing Trailer Boys instead of Movie Boys.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. So here's a trailer for a movie I actually was about to watch because it's another movie that's hard to track down. I've tracked down on YouTube. I was going to watch it like the other day or yesterday. Then I'm like, oh, there's a trailer for it for tomorrow, so I'll watch it. And then I'll watch the movie later. So here we go. And again, the theme is practical effects and characters, right?
Yeah.
CGI, or not CGI, like puppet guys.
Yeah, the opposite of CGI.
Ricky Coogan, Brat Pack Sleazebag, Elijah C. Scuggs, Freak Show Tycoon, an amateur bioengineer.
The guy who's nuts now.
He's been in a lot of movies. Yeah.
And he's a giant peach grub. When fate brought them together, Mr. Scuggs took an average Hollywood slime ball and made something out of him.
That's great.
Oh, wow. God, this was my good side. 20th Century Fox presents Freaked. It's about friendship.
I thought I told you to shut up!
Loyalty.
I say we the guy from Blossom. He was
Life's
the older brother.
Big questions.
Joey Lawrence?
No, Joey Lawrence was the middle brother.
Show business.
The public does not want to see disgusting, depraved, violent filth.
And I suppose Jake and the Fat Man was just a fluke.
It's about state-of-the-art technology. It's about Mr. T's the bearded lady.
I am woman. Now like me.
It's about Bobcat Goldthwait as a sock.
It's the end of the world! The apocalypse!
Yeah.
It'll make you laugh. It'll make you cry.
And it'll make a cold sore that you thought had healed up start bugging you again.
It's the kind of film Brooke Shields has always wanted to do.
Oh.
I'm always surprised this got made.
Yeah, you know about this movie, right?
Introducing Larry Bud Melman.
I feel like everybody's heard of it, but never seen it.
What's the matter?
It's like hard to see.
In Freaked, coming soon to
Dude, even the title is sick.
But ugly. But
this is this guy. It's the strata cut. Is what they call that animation.
What?
It's called strata cut.
Catherine Hardwicke.
That is also a practical effect. The title because it's clay and he cuts it with a wire.
So
he did
cool.
a lot of shit for MTV back in the day, Nickelodeon.
Yep.
It's the strata cut. But
dude,
this is the remake, right? Our reimagining of
Freaks? Maybe. I have never heard that.
What is the One of Us movie? What is that? Freak Show?
Freaks.
No.
Freaks. Oh, did I mute myself?
Freaks,
no,
yes.
Okay.
No, you're right.
You're just not listening to me. Okay.
No, I thought you were saying the name of the movie that we just watched.
No,
that's
Freaked
Freaked.
and Freaks.
So are they not the same
Check
story?
your ears, Whistler's mother. I don't know. Let me see.
Boyd Permate says, this looks like an island of Dr. Moreau that somebody actually cared about making.
Yeah, originally conceived as a low-budget horror film featuring the Butthole Surfers, Freaked went through that's weird. Freaked went through a number of rewrites, eventually developing into a black comedy set within a sideshow. But it doesn't say anything about being based on Freaks. I think it's just because that's about a like a circus. So I don't know. The film under the working title was conceived around the time. Okay, so Alex Winter and the Butthole Surfers wanted to do a movie. Yeah, I'm not seeing anybody mention that, but it's totally possible. I don't know.
Sorry,
they were originally going to call it Hideous Mutant Freaks. So, did you get you want to do the poll? You did it. Okay, cool. I give that 2. That's a great trailer. It made me want to see it, and it had lots of effects and practical creatures and stuff.
Is that? Yeah, I gave it 2 as well. Is this a movie where the person who did the effects went on to do like something huge?
I would assume so.
Because it's really tight for when it is, and probably the budget it is. Like
it was like really, incredible really effects. Yeah.
That's why I'm asking you. I'm like, Timmy would recognize the name of somebody.
Oh, there's one of them, Screaming Mad George. Yep. Screaming Mad George is designed and created by 3 different companies. Steve Johnson's effects, Tony Gardner's company Alterian, but Screaming Mad George went on to do quite a bit. He did a lot of stuff at this level and fucking killed it. So he worked on Big Trouble in Little China, Predator, Nightmare on Elm Street 3 and 4, Arena, this movie, but he did everything he did was like this lower tier stuff, but he just was great at it, you say the Guyver, Arena, the Guyver, Silent Night, Deadly Night 4, Children of the Corn 3, Space Truckers, which I'm sure you guys have had the trailer for that.
I don't think so, actually. I honestly don't
really
think we have. Yeah.
Tales from the Hood. So it's like he went on to stuff, but he kept doing that same level of thing his whole career. It's interesting.
Know your lane.
Huh? He's like, I like movies where, you know what it is? He's like, I like movies where I'm the guy getting the biggest slice of the budget. That's what it is.
Yeah,
that's totally it, right? Yeah. They're not hiring big actors. They're like, we're going to put all the monies into the puppet guy.
He's like, I'm your guy. I'm your guy for that.
Totally. That's great. Plus, he looks really cool. Society. He's like, Society. Yep. Yeah, right, dude. He's like this, he looks awesome. He's like this Asian dude who wears black eyeliner and has long white hair. He looks like a fucking.
And his
name is Screaming Mad George. So yeah, just the picture of him on Wikipedia. He looks pretty chill. He's not screaming. Yeah. Anyways, that was good. That was a good start. Jack gave it 3 points, no problem. So that's 7 for Voodoo Cowboy.
What's funny is because the first movie I picked was another, and I was just about to be like, all right, going on the next thing.
Oh, I see it.
Also a Voodoo Cowboy
Nobody
movie.
else submitted that one? Someone else had to submit that one.
I don't know. No? Grimward? I don't know. Grimward, did you submit it? Anything that you may have referenced recently that we could have watched right now?
Nudge, wink, wink. Anyways, you better pick something else there, buddy.
Can do.
There's some good stuff on here, though. In fact, now I know what I'm going to pick next.
Yeah, I now I'm a little thrown off.
Can I give you a number for one I was going to do? You can do it instead?
Got one. I got one.
Because, low budget horror is like I know every single one of these movies, This is going to be fun.
So when you say low budget horror...
Spray it all over my chest and hair. Horror.
Spray it all over your chest and hair?
Yeah. Well, just I love the practical effects stuff and from the 70s, 80s, 90s, and I don't know every single one of these movies. That's me being exaggerating, but I know a lot of this shit, So spray it all over my chest and hair. Let's do it.
All right.
You got one? Ooh. It's only a minute.
The soldiers on this transport mission are about to have an experience beyond their imagination. When they come across an uncharted island.
Please, God, let it be Club Med.
Inhabited by exotic women.
Check out the Hooters on those bays.
For these men, it's a dream come true.
Close.
Until it turns into a nightmare. 5 men thrown back to the Stone Age, caught between 100 women and 1,000 dinosaurs. Dinosaur Island.
Dinosaur Island by New Horizon. I do
Jim Wynorski.
I do have to make a point. The trailer was great. There were a lot of things I liked about the trailer, but as far as practical effects go, it was the last 1 second of the trailer.
Yeah. Unless you count all the silicone.
Oh.
Hey, they have to match the shirt.
Yeah. So, I mean, I think that movie's great. But because I felt that it was not really it didn't showcase the dinosaurs. Listen, it had a lot of things in it that Nate and I are very into. Yeah. 100
and they all showed up in pairs.
Yeah.
It didn't have the Guy Canito, as he said, boobies. So but it's I would give it a 1. I mean, E for effort.
That's the thing, is I can't give it a 2 in good conscience because the spirit of the category, I feel it just barely technically is correct. It's not like
Hold on, Grimward just said I said they came in pairs, and Grimward says vaginas and depression. Yep.
It's good. Timmy killing it tonight, Pop Tart says. Yeah, Timmy's on fire. Wine and gummy Timmy. We found the
I haven't had the gummies. I don't know.
Oh, let's see what happens.
Nah. I mean I have one that might have, but not a ton of wine. I've also been sweating my ass off all day just because it's hot here, so yeah. So that's what Jack give it 2?
Chat has given it they gave it 1 point. Yeah, 1 point for chat. So it's 3 points from all of us together, and that goes to Thunder Bunny for Dinosaur Island. Remember, Thunder Bunny.
No dates next time, buddy.
Yeah, no, don't put the dates in your name. Just leave it your straight name.
There's a lot of good selections here. I see some more Screaming Mad George. I'm gonna go with this one though, because another. I like this a lot. Here we go. Ready?
Yep.
I feel like you guys probably have this trailer.
Yeah.
Oh no, is it not a real trailer?
An Arrow trailer counts.
Okay.
If you personally don't like it's up to them to vote on. It's a real trailer. I mean, the transfer looks great.
We interrupt this presentation with the following urgent message.
Tonight, America is in grave danger. We are under alien attack by a popular dessert known as the Stuff.
Here, Jason, take some.
No, don't eat that. There is something.
Have you seen this, Nate?
No.
Tasty.
I have this one. I fucking love this.
There's something alive in your.
This gets
it's called benign bacteria.
In mid hunting.
Oh, this is not mid in my book.
If the stuff is in your house, do not eat it.
Oh.
If you have it on your shelves, do not sell it. If you distribute this material, close your doors, make no more sales.
No.
Dude.
Yeah, Scott, this is not the original trailer.
No. Whoa, there it is. Dude, Garrett Morris, I was going to say, I hope they show what happens why Garrett Morris is screaming. It's great.
It's not the original trailer. It's the Arrow video trailer, which I still think is a valid,
Yeah, I think it's valid. I have
some people, if you don't like it, that it's not the original trailer, then vote no on it.
Then don't,
yeah.
Tell them.
I will say this. if I was somewhere and there was if I was in the stuff situation, I don't trust that I could resist not trying it. I'd want to at least taste it. And then
Dude, me and you and your brother would be fucked in this situation.
Yeah, even after
the three
knowing
first
it,
casualties. Yeah, even after knowing
wait,
it.
It's an alien? I gotta know. Is it sweet? I mean, is it like
but it
fluff?
Smells,
yeah.
It's killing people. It turned Garrett Morris's face inside out.
It looks
I don't
delicious.
know, but it smells like vanilla.
Yeah. How much of it can I eat before the aliens get inside?
We can have a little bit. Okay.
Yeah.
And then me you and Sam draw straws like who's gonna taste it first?
Yeah, we're like fighting for it. It's probably alien cum. Still, it looks delicious.
Doesn't matter, man.
Cum looked tasty, like.
I'm one of those people. I'll eat anything once, including your asshole.
Dinosaur meat?
I'm 2 points from Timmy.
I liked it. I think it looked good. I think the transfer is great, but I am also I'm going to be one of those people. I'm taking 1 point off for not being the original trailer,
Yeah. And you know what? I gotta go with you on that one. I'm sorry. I gotta change my vote. 2 from us, 3 from chat. Well, they're not quite at 2 minutes yet, though.
No, they just hit it. They just hit it. 3 from chat.
Okay. How many voted? 53? Yeah. Still only under a third of the people watching.
Yeah.
Folks, for those of you watching and paying attention, which apparently is 53 of you, but if there's more of you, vote. It's very easy. You go into the chat and just type 1 or 2. 1 for no, 2 for yes, right? Right, Nate? Yeah?
Yeah. That's it. You just type.
Okay, so
chat.
that's 5 points?
Yeah.
For Dark Queen Mia.
Right. Dark Queen Mia, welcome.
Thank you.
Oh, yeah, credit. Dark Queen Mia, there you go.
Yeah. All right. You got one? I'm going to eat this nutty bar.
Sorry, I took a point off Dark Queen Mia. But
I'm sorry I took a point off too.
I had to go with my guts. 2 guts. Alien Works says, I love the movie and the trailer, but I don't think it could showcase the visual effects stuff that well. It could? Did? I don't know. What was I doing? Oh, all right. I'm going to
continuing the show.
Pick a continuing the show movie. I'm not doing a random generator thing this time. I'm actually picking stuff.
You're engaging.
I am looking and reading. Okay. Reading context. The funniest stuff though is people submit you never pick our stuff. A lot of times I go through, I'm looking at the titles, but I'm also straight up looking at the context. And a lot of people are very good. Somebody's like, here's the year, here's how long the trailer is, and here's a synopsis of it, and they got it. Other people write a very long thing, which can be great. But if I'm like, what am I watching next? I'll see some words. So
hey, did you see Dark Queen's context on the stuff?
No.
Wow. Oops. She says, enough is never enough. I would have submitted the original trailer, but it did not feature any of the effects.
Oh.
Man, I almost feel like I should give my point back. Yeah, because she was paying attention. All right. I'm going back to 2 points as well. So now we're back up to 7.
I appreciate the dedication to the game.
Yes, and thank you for the context. And Nate and I always say put context in because we both say we don't read it, we don't pick ones without context. And then here she does a good context, and we fucking shit all over her. And then we're like, oh.
That's on you to tell us what the context is.
Oh,
I'm not looking it up. All right, I'll tell you what my next context. I didn't say. Wait, did I pick? I don't even remember the one I picked. What did I pick?
When?
What was the first movie we did? The Stuff?
No. We just watched that one. Freaked.
Okay. Freaked. All right. So Dinosaur Island was by Thunder Bunny. A group of soldiers stranded on an uncharted island inhabited by exotic women. A dream come true until it turns into a nightmare. 5 men caught between 100 women and 1,000 dinosaurs. This is a very sexy trailer and not pandering at all. Definitely pandering. But
for sure.
But we missed a little bit.
Can you sort by name again? Because it doesn't. It's not letting me do it. Yeah, I'm really sad about it.
Yeah, I just did, but then I just lost the one I was picking.
Oh no, was it this one?
It's all right. Can't tell where you're...
Was it number 12?
No, it was way lower. All right, here we go. Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Oh.
Wait. This is the wrong one.
It is?
Yeah, I grabbed the wrong one.
He is a warrior. That got submitted for Fantasy Night, too. And we didn't watch it. It's in that set I was talking about, the Arrow Video Store set.
Robot Jocks is in that set, too, by the way.
Yep. I watched that on...
Don't do that to me.
that right-wing free streaming service. Tubies? Ooh.
You're a little monster.
Whoa.
Yeah, it's quiet. That's not me.
Ooh. Stabbed it in the eye.
Daddy yet? We're gonna go find him. He may be in trouble. I'm going with you.
What the hell was he working
Elliot, they were cell samples from another planet.
What? We get him up. We gotta get him to a hospital.
Whoa.
The facility's here to deal with this
situation. This situation is out of control. I'm very worried. My father's been gone since last night. That creature is still Michael Foster.
What the hell, you son of a...
Dude. Yes. Oh, yeah.
I want you to destroy it. I want there to be no trace of its existence.
We're getting everything.
This is just, yeah.
And that's the end of the movie.
Who gives a shit? Look at that. That's great. I've never...
Alien factor.
Okay, and that narration was so...
Foster isn't what he used to be.
Hold on. I gotta pump up the volume for this. Hold on.
Metamorphosis. Alien factor. Dr. Foster isn't what he used to be.
Yeah, Dr. Foster isn't what he used to be.
I love it.
So I guess I'm ordering that. Let's find. I assume it was from Shout Factory. Okay.
You know what I wanted to ask you too before we get into that movie? I want you to keep an eye out for a movie called Rollerblade that Pupper was watching last night, but I was watching two streams at once. So I was kind of like half paying attention to two.
Rollerblade? Singular?
Rollerblade, yeah, singular,
Okay.
from the 80s. It looked really interesting, and I'm like, I wonder if there's a boutique, like, Blu-ray of this.
In a futuristic society, rebels fighting against the fascist state are aided by a group of roller skating nuns called the Bod Sisters. Would that be it?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's
That's
what it looks like.
fucking amazing. Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it, man.
So Metamorphosis, the alien factor, it was great because we didn't really need a ton of backstory. Like we could kind of tell what was going on, which is great in the trailer. They don't really. They did show us a little, stuff that obviously seems like the end of the movie, but it did have that. It was giving the Thing.
Yes. I hate that new turn of phrase, by the way. It was giving.
I did it to fuck with you on purpose.
It doesn't. You knew that I hated it? I don't think I've talked about that before.
No.
It's something you could probably easily guess I would dislike, though.
Exactly.
And I do. So good guess. I did. You know what it is? I don't like it when, I don't mind a new phrase when it's like. I don't mind new phrases even when they throw grammar completely out the door, when it kind of like is catchy or makes sense, but it just is clunky. You know what it is? It feels clunky to me.
Well, it's a shortened version. It is giving me the Thing vibes.
Right. Or you could say, it reminds me of the Thing. And then you're done talking. You've got it.
It's not as fun.
And you said all the words you needed to say.
It's not as fun.
Yeah, I guess.
But you know what I'm saying, and you agree with me. That's the interesting part.
What?
Were you?
Yeah. But also, fuck that. Okay,
right.
So Scream Factory sells it in a double feature with a movie called Beyond Darkness, which seems, just from the cover, seems like something that should be submitted at some point. Okay, so 2 points for me. That was great. I like I said, I said a little bit ago, I feel like I've heard of almost all these movies. I haven't heard of that one, and now I'm like hooked. It's the next Hawk of the Slayer for me. So
this one comes from Guy Incognito, and this was of his 3 submissions, which all looked great, and I was like, gonna pick either of the ones before this, which I will point out too that no one else submitted these other 2 Incognito submissions. He
really had good
the
ones.
reason I chose this one said best submission. So that's another thing. If you're submitting, if you're like, this is the one that I hope they choose, just put that in there. Because, everyone we say, submit 3 because we're just going to pick randomly. But if you're like, this is the one I think will do well, put it in there. This one says, an alien from outer space bites into a bio-researcher on the hand and turns him into a monster. The effects use every trick in the book. Puppets, optical effects, stop motion, scale models, you name it. Wonderfully gory, low budget science fiction horror. Yeah. And
that all comes across in that 2 minutes or whatever it was. It was like 1 minute and 50 seconds. It was great.
I think it was great. But giving any criticism, because I want to
because if you don't criticize something, you'll die. We know that's
no. I just feel like a lot of the trailers that I'm like easy 2 points will have like one thing, one beat, one line, one visual piece that gets me. This one, it really didn't do that until like the voiceover at the very end. That was like the one thing. Everything else was kind of like, straightforward for me. So I'm gonna give it 1 point.
You're a bad person.
So that's 1 point from me, 2 points from you. I think
3 points from me.
This.
Nah, 6 points from me.
Okay,
all right,
so
2 from me, 1 from Little Baby Stupid.
4 people voted no.
Yeah, they're all dumb like you.
You can name them and shame them. So that's 3
no,
points.
I would never do that.
3, 4, 5, 6 point trailer going to Guy Incognito. I said, didn't I?
Oh yeah, you did. Yep.
Guy Incognito doesn't need the points either. Come on.
But that was great.
Sure, but you know what? It's early in the show. There could be greater.
All right. So I mean, I agree too. But like, I don't hand out points predicated on the future. I hand out points when I think the thing is worth the points.
Sam and I will talk sometimes when we get some dope trailers right out of the gate. It's really tough to be like, this is the trailer. This is the one we're going to give our bonus point.
Still give it 2 points if you think it deserves 2 points.
But you know what? Now that it's just the 2 of us, we can give it bonus point if we're really vibing. If it's really giving,
if it's giving good trailer.
Yeah.
I don't know why I do this show. Okay, so. Ooh. Let's change the tone dramatically. Spray it over my chest and hair. Wait, we're done with that one, right?
Yeah, we're done.
Okay, here we go.
We interrupt this coming attraction for a special bulletin.
This news just in concerning a 6-year-old runaway who answers to the name Big Bird.
Did you say Big Bird?
That's right, Big Bird. He is reportedly heading east for a place called Sesame Street.
Same street?
Sesame Street. Sorry.
It's the same street.
Could this be the
That's
end
funny.
of our fine weather trend?
Well, that's Chevy Chase is funny.
There he is!
This can only be the beginning of the wildest
Oh my god, I
goose chase of
love
all.
this movie.
I love wild goose chases.
Now everyone's on the trail of that big yellow tail.
You're the biggest chicken I've ever seen.
Follow the laughter. Follow the music.
Cares away on this hazy going day.
Oh, that's Waylon Jennings.
The stars: Sandra Bernhardt, John Candy, Chevy Chase, Joe Flaherty, Dave Thomas. And in their motion picture debut, all the celebrities from the award-winning Children's Television Workshop. Sesame Street presents Follow That Bird.
Yeah, Wayland Jennings. That's great. Talk about practical effects. There's a lot of puppets.
Yeah.
Have you seen that movie?
I mean, I assume I have, but
when you're a kid,
yeah, at all. Yeah, it's interesting. Sesame Street back in the day when we were kids, they were doing like 200 episodes a year, right?
Yeah, dude,
but
fucking
they
crazy.
don't really have to cover a lot of the same stuff, so they can just play old episodes for younger kids. You know, they don't do the shows over again. For what I hear now is they really only do like 7 new episodes a year.
Yeah, and it's not publicly funded anymore. It's HBO.
Oh,
yeah. It's a shadow of its former self. Someone said, "Are puppets practical effects?" Probably the same motherfucker who was yelling about the G rating 3-4 weeks ago, right? But yes,
pedantic.
I mean, right. Most of the alien stuff you saw in Metamorphosis, for example, was technically puppets. A lot of it was, you know. So come on, right? What do you think, Nate? Do you think puppets like that count as practical effects?
Yeah, it's practical effect.
Yeah, it's practical. You could touch it, and it's a creature.
It's not CGI. It's not drawn in.
Yeah. And the context says Muppets track down a giant bird. You could call him Big. That's a fun little joke there. Anyways, I thought that was a good trailer. They definitely show you what's going on. One of the crazy things that happens in the movie, they held on tight to. They didn't put in the trailer, so that's cool. You know, what happens to Big Bird at one point. So
I did like the same joke.
Yeah, that's a good joke. And you're the biggest chicken I've ever seen. That's a good joke.
Is Big Bird a chicken?
No, he's just a bird. I think he's a canary, technically. He lives in a nest. But he doesn't lay eggs, and he doesn't have... I mean, I guess his legs kind of look like a chicken's legs. I don't know, but I don't think he's a chicken. He doesn't have the same posture as a chicken. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I'm going to give it a 1.
Yeah, because I like it. I'm sorry. I shouldn't have said that.
I mean, you like everything, Timmy.
Yeah, well, it's because my heart still pumps blood and not cynicism.
I mean, you have a daughter, so you like, you know, a trailer a movie I want to watch, be like, I would watch this tomorrow. I'm not going to watch Follow That Bird tomorrow.
Well, you know, you're missing out because Follow That Bird is on the level of the first couple of old school Muppet movies. It's great. It's
the
really
Muppets
funny.
made movies?
Oh, shut the fuck up. Yeah, the one with Ricky Gervais. No, I mean like the 70s ones, you know. The Muppets and the Great Muppet Caper, those movies are great. And Muppets on Broadway. No, what's the third one called? Muppets Take Manhattan. That's a good one.
Muppets in Space?
Yeah, that one's all right.
It's a real movie?
Yeah. It's on here, Muppets from Space, but yeah, it's been submitted too.
Because it's always like something in Manhattan and something in space, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. In fact, that was probably them joking on this shit. But anyways, Follow That Bird in a lot of ways is on the same level. And what the fun part about the movie is when they all, and they hint at it a little bit in the trailer, is they all go to find him. And so every Muppet or pairing of Muppets has their own little weird vehicles. Bert and Ernie have, I think, a plane or something, and the Count has a weird car, and Grover just flies. It's crazy. Because Grover becomes Super Grover. Anyways, I'll give it
Chat
1.
was with you on that, because Chat gave it 3 points.
It's a fun trailer, and it had all the Muppets and shit in it. I get it 2 points, yeah. Happy Time Murders is the best Muppet movie. I did not know it was opposite day. Okay, so 3 from us, and how many from Chat?
3.
3?
3 from Chat.
Yeah. 2, Silent Ally. You already have one picked out?
No.
No?
I'm pushing all the buttons. You know, it's
what do you mean?
Pushing all the
because you
buttons
push all
takes
the other buttons. Yeah. You got a lot of buttons over there to push. And you push my buttons at the same time. You got a hard job.
Okay.
Look at the submitter Coming Attraction submitting a CGI Ninja Turtles movie. What a piece of shit.
I felt you were going to bring that up again, so that's funny.
I just thought it was funny.
Yeah, I was like, he's definitely gonna run through this and see it again. All right, I'm ready.
The person that I just made fun of for suggesting Happy Time Murders is someone who deserves what I just did to them because I think I've had a time out before. So go ahead. They said something back. It's like, slap your own face.
Slap your own face. Slap your own
Is that a good comeback? Can we start saying that as a comeback, people? Slap your own face.
All right,
go ahead. Ooh, hell yeah, baby.
I think you're making a mistake. I think you really want to talk to me.
Sorry, I have 3 other interviews to do before this party's over.
Yeah, but they're not working on something that'll change the world as we know it.
Curious how much this
They say
trailer
they are.
does.
Yeah, but they're lying.
There is a limit, even to the imagination.
Human teleportation, molecular decimation, breakdown, and reformation is inherently purging.
I've never seen this.
Where our greatest
You've never seen this? It's great, man.
meet
It's
our
good.
deepest fears.
Something
Box cover scared me as a kid.
Yeah, it is a scary
Something was
cover.
wrong.
I've only saw it as an adult, never as a kid.
You are about to go beyond that limit.
Those weird hairs that were growing out of your back, I had them analyzed. But they were definitely not human.
If you saw how scared and angry and desperate he is.
I'm sure Typhoid Mary was a very nice person too when you saw her socially.
No!
You're afraid to be destroyed and recreated, aren't you?
You're changing, Seth. Everything about you is changing.
Oh no. What's happening to me? Am I dying? I want to know what's going on.
What does the disease want?
Wants to turn me into something else. Oh no. A fly got into the transmitter pod with me that first time when I was alone. Don't go back to it. Could be contagious.
I'm afraid!
Don't be afraid.
No. Be afraid.
Whoa.
Be very afraid.
Oh.
Help me. Please, help me.
I shouldn't be surprised if that was a Cronenberg movie, should I?
Right. It's all about the body horror. It's a great movie if you've ever seen it, though.
I don't like body horror.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's funny that Jeff Goldblum he came with that, like, nobody else can do that. And he's played that character in so many movies, and it's always great, Like, there's multiple movies where he's playing different characters. Goes, yes, I must go faster, and it's fine. You know what I mean? It's like he says it in Independence Day, and in the same way he says it in Jurassic Park, and nobody cares because it's great both times. You know?
He's not like a guy who's acting as much as like people
He's
want.
just being Jeff Goldblum. They're just paying him. Well, and that's like now he's leaned into that, which is why sometimes it's like, okay, I think I've had enough Jeff Goldblum. But like, he just is that. Like when he showed up in Thor, Ragnarok. It was great because he was just like, what if one of these cosmic god beings was just Jeff Goldblum? It's fun.
You've seen the thing of like they slow down Jeff Goldblum's voice?
Oh my god!
It just sounds like he's drunk.
No, hold on. My daughter just gave me a heart attack. She stopped playing Zelda half an hour ago. And was letting me know she's putting herself to bed. How do I make a kid who's like good? Anyways, I'll give that, it's a wonderful movie. I wish I saw more stuff in the trailer, but yeah, it also gets really R-rated-y goopy, so I understand. But I kind of only want to give it a 1.
Interesting. Because I have the opposite feeling, like it saved a lot of the practical stuff, because like we're halfway through the trailer and I'm like, so the only stuff is going to be these hairs coming through his back. And
right.
it
And
really
then
paid off in the end with a lot of stuff. The music was really good. I thought the sound was good. Just the pacing of the trailer was great. We see, what's happening like in the third act, but we're not really like, I still want to see this now.
Right.
I don't think it gave me everything. I just, let me just rewind really quick. Like this final thing, right here. Oops, sorry. This part.
Yeah.
Just this.
Help me.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Help me.
Well, to me, it
That's
brought
all.
up almost. Yeah, it's really great. You know, and I mean, I do love that. It's just, I kind of felt like I saw more stuff. But I don't know. Maybe I'm just being too mean. I don't know. But
I mean, you've been slutty all night, so you can close your legs every now and then. Cronenberg film
it's so
about
hot though that I should keep it open because it'll get musty if I close my legs too tight.
the context says Cronenberg film about Jeff Goldblum getting molecular spliced with a fly during experiments. Some great practical effects that get progressively more intense with Gina Davis looking fantastic as usual. Yeah, I didn't even comment on that. Gina Davis did look great.
She's wonderful.
Strong female character.
Yes,
Gina Davis. So I love it. Yeah, I'm giving that 2 points.
You know what? Yeah, let's do it. 2 points from the slut boy. That's me.
Somebody clip that, please.
2 points from the slut boy. You want to? I foresee that one being used way too much.
So chat gave that 75.5%. So it wasn't a resounding 3 points, but it just crosses the line into 3-point territory. So that is going to Away Stork Away.
Great submit.
That is 3 plus 4 is 7. There you go.
Well, let's keep it going, baby.
Timmy, what's your favorite Pop-Tart flavor?
You know, I'm not a super hyped on. I don't eat a lot of Pop-Tarts, but s'more flavor when they're frosted. If you eat unfrosted Pop-Tarts, you're some kind of monster, right?
Yeah, that's true. There is an Eggo flavor that's actually pretty good because they did capture the flavor of Eggo waffles like pretty well.
You know, they're starting to get to Ouroboros-y with food. You know, snake eating its own tail. Do you know you can get Oreos where the filling is crushed up Oreos?
That's exactly what I was thinking of when you say this. I was like, oh yeah,
and I
ate
one
cookies and cream flavored Oreo.
When we were on the radio, we ate one. A guy brought him in to test him out, and we were all like, "This is too much. It's too much Oreo."
Yeah.
Have you had them?
No,
It's too rich. It's too sweet.
That's one of my favorite things.
What? Sweet? Rich?
No, cookies and cream is like, I love cookies and cream.
Do you know one of the first cookies and cream ice creams was created 45 miles down the road at the Dairy Lab, microbiology lab in South Dakota State University in Brookings, South Dakota. Isn't that a weird fact, huh?
What's the fact?
Cookies and cream. One of the first places that made it.
Isn't it just like crushed up Oreos?
Yeah, but they did it first. You know what I mean? A lot of ice cream flavors are like that. I know that you will die of a heart attack on stream if you don't take every opportunity to take a shot at my state. But I'm just saying.
You bring up your state a lot.
Because I fucking live here. Okay. You want us to clip every time you guys bring up Boston or Massachusetts? You know what I mean? I live here, man. And plus, a lot of people don't know what it's like here because A, you don't listen to me when I talk, and B, not a lot of people live here, So, anyway, here's a movie trailer. Shut the fuck up.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you want to talk practical?
Tracy! It's like he's reading my mind.
Dude, were you guys as into this movie as my family was when it came out?
Out of the headlines.
Yeah.
Now, on hindsight, Charlie Corso.
I say we kill Tracy now.
It feels kind of corny now, but this was like a cultural.
It was a huge milestone.
Not the bad, big boy, not the bad. I know.
But I watched it with my daughter a year or two ago. She loved it.
Love and business.
It works as a comic film,
Side I'm always on.
And Hachi Machi.
What's the line up?
Got a funny Dick Tracy.
Territory. It's my territory.
I've got a funny.
Everything he owns. I own.
Move in and take your positions.
My letterbox review of this said, "Well, now my young daughter has seen Madonna's nipples."
Nipples are nipples.
Dude, there's a see-through dress in this movie. It's there's her nipples.
Tracy drives you crazy.
Right there.
Can someone tell me how old Warren Beatty was when he made this?
75.
You have just said goodbye to oxygen.
Aren't you gonna frisk me?
Stupid cop.
Tracy?
Yeah, this movie was a big deal. There's a picture of me and my 3 younger brothers at the time. Now I have more siblings that were born shortly after me. There's a picture of Danny Elfman. I thought so. There's a picture of me and and 3 of my brothers, and we're all wearing different Dick Tracy movie T-shirts. I think I have a picture, it's a physical picture here somewhere. Nate, I'm sorry I yelled at you about South Dakota. I just don't
apologize.
It's like I always say, if you're gonna come hard.
I do. Somebody clip that. I
said it on purpose. That was intentionally clippable.
Now you're just sprinkling it in. I'll say this though.
Okay, I didn't find that picture, but look at this picture.
Hell yeah.
That's me when I was like 20, getting wasted with my friend Brent. Anyways, what now?
So Warren Beatty still owns the movie rights to Dick Tracy, but it's like every 7 years he has to do something with the character, which he hasn't.
Yep, I love this.
So he goes on. What is it? American Cinema Classics.
Yeah. The AMC channel, right? Yeah.
And he does American Movie Classics, and then he does like a weird interview as Dick Tracy.
You can
find them on YouTube, and they're awful.
It's ridiculous. I love that he does it though.
Yeah, Resident
But
Evil
it's also
yeah.
It's like, come on, man.
He does it every couple of years. He has a few of them.
But shit, get off the pot.
Yeah. It is funny because if you go back to I think 7 years after that movie came out, there's one they've been doing it for a while. And I watched this show called Museum of Home Video. It's a stream show, not on Twitch anymore because they got banned off Twitch. Tuesday night show. It's great. They showed a few of them together, and it's wild. It's wild.
Jeez. It's just a weird thing, but it's also man, I wish they would make Dick Tracy's got a lot of potential there. It's an interesting world,
So Warren Beatty's 86 years old right now, and that movie came out in 1990. So this was
30. Yeah, so he was 53-ish, right? So, and how old was Madonna?
Legit dating Madonna at the time too, right?
Was he? But then that other lady in it who plays his girlfriend in the movie, she was fantastic, and she died kind of young, didn't she?
Was she in the trailer?
Yeah, she played his girlfriend. She's the redhead. Forget the actress's name. She was great. I know you kind of get blinded by the makeup and then Madonna, But
definitely.
But no, she was in there. I really don't want to find this picture, but I'll keep looking. Anyways, that trailer is great, so I give the trailer 2 points. It had so much great practical stuff happening, and it was just fun. And it's just like the movie; it's fun and colorful. I'll be right back.
I would agree. I don't think it's really what I'm looking for the theme tonight. So I'm giving it 1 point.
Yeah, I figure you would. No, that's good. What's chat doing?
2 points.
They're 2 points. Okay, so we got 5 points. All right, cool. 5 points to Crisco. All right, give me a second so I can go find this picture. I just need to find the album it's in. I don't know where I put the album. I'll be right back.
She died in 2017. Oh, Timmy can't hear us. I remember wanting the Dick Tracy watch, and now Apple Watches exist, and I don't want one. Yeah, it is kind of funny. That was a thing. They're like, look at this crazy technology. I don't know. Dick Tracy's corny. Is it that good of a character? I feel like you could do a Dick Tracy type of thing now and not need it to be Dick Tracy. No one remembers Dick Tracy. Millennials aren't going to get Dick Tracy. No one reads the fucking comic strip. Who cares? The dead character. Unless you're going to make a new, darker, grittier Dick Tracy like they did with the Dark Knight movies, but who cares? Harriet the Spy was your Dick Tracy? Nart, please, what? We're fucking fighting? Who, me and you? What are we fighting about? Dark Tracy. There we go, Ace Dark Away. That's a good one. I mean, I think it's funny, like when they start doing these darker, grittier versions of these characters, you know? Grimmer, that would make sense. Zack Snyder, Dick Tracy. What would be a good dark, gritty reboot? Like, there's all these joke trailers about these dark reboots.
I thought I heard something. Okay.
Are you guys punning in chat? Because we're not giving
what are they
points
doing?
for puns. We're not giving points for puns.
What do you mean?
Puns.
Puns?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to take it out of the plastic sheet so it doesn't get glare. But I found it, and then I found another picture that's also pretty great from my youth. Okay, so since we just watched Dick Tracy, which we already gave the points and everything, right? Okay. So here we go. Oh, I might have to change the camera, huh? Yeah. Shit. Okay. There we go. Okay. Right there. Look at that. Oh, you can't see, but my brother in the white shirt is also wearing a Dick Tracy shirt.
That's funny. It is funny, the Dick Tracy villains, you know, because it's like, there was like Prune Face. What were the rest of them? But they were like such the basic, let me see, Dick Tracy villains. Flat Top Jones. I assume he had a flat top? Fly Face. It looks like a fly face. Little Face. Prune Face. I can only assume that some of these are kind of racist. It was a different time when this cartoon came out. So who knows? Some of them could be like veiled racism. Is Timmy bothering me tonight? No, I'm bothering Timmy. There was Prune Face, Hardcock, Fat Bastard, Shite Man. Dick Tracy had racist caricature sidekicks. Some of these look so bad. Okay. There was a guy named Pouch who from the comic strip, and he could put stuff inside of him. Oh, this is so funny. I guarantee you they've lost to history because no one cares because it's Dick Tracy.
Oh my God.
But I can only imagine there are some real racist ones in there.
What?
Dick Tracy villains.
Old Dick Tracy villains? Oh, I'm sure. Anyway, so the picture was, okay, so that one's me.
Hold on one sec. There we go. So you're the tall boy.
Right there. Well, this one. Then my brother Joe's right there. He's a little taller. David, Andy, and our cousin Seth, who was young and probably didn't know what Dick Tracy was yet, so he didn't have a Dick Tracy t-shirt, but the rest of us sure did.
So who is your shirt? Is that Prune Face?
The brow.
Ball bag face? The brow?
The
that
brow.
Was a guy.
Yeah. I love how you guys love to ask me questions and then continue making jokes after you ask the question. So it's like, hello, let me answer the question.
Because you're going to give a real answer.
Yeah, and the real answer is normally going to be entertaining because I'm just naturally amazing. So then I found this other picture of me and my young brothers that I'm like, if we were an indie band, this would have been a great like mid-90s garage indie band cover. Look at this shit.
This is your Spiderland?
Yeah, like look at that. Just us sitting in like cool thrift store coats with some weird little dog.
And the dog is also sitting there with you.
Yeah, and just looking at the camera.
Is that not your dog?
It was our dog, but I can't remember the goddamn bastard's name. My mom took the
His
dog
name was goddamn bastard.
Should have been. I think it was Tiny. My dog took her to the groomer, and she came back looking like a fucking poodle, and then went crazy and like bit a lady, and we had to get rid of her.
Maybe
It's a
the lady
wild
deserved
story.
it, though.
Probably. Oh yeah, she was an idiot, but still. drinking root beer. Your turn.
I should have been looking for a movie this whole time, but I was
You
like,
weren't?
no,
What
I
were
was
you
like,
doing?
I was going deep. Well, we didn't vote
Tracy
yet.
lore?
We didn't vote yet. Yeah,
Oh, I gave it 2 points.
we gave it 1 point. You turn your green screen back on.
Oh, yeah. Hi, welcome back to Dan.
Chat gave it 1 point.
What a bunch of losers.
No, Chat
What'd you
gave
do?
it 2 points.
You gave it how many?
I gave it 1 point. I accidentally moved the chat. I think Chat gave it 2 points.
Yes, it is Frost Stop Root Beer. Good catch, whoever said that.
We were too busy talking about Dick's Tracy. Oh wait, no, I did pick one.
Dick's Tracy, that was one of Tracy Lord's movies, right?
I don't know. Did she
was
ever
a
do
famous
movies?
porn star. She was a porn star, wasn't she?
I wouldn't know.
Uh-huh.
She apparently was 15. So if you've seen those movies, Timmy.
What? She was the... I don't know anything about her. I just know the name. Okay, show the film. Roll the film. Oh, boy.
They were an average alien family living on their own planet. And we were an average family living on ours.
He took my Coke, Mom. Come on, you guys.
I don't have it. I didn't take it.
I knew it.
Accidents happen, and like us, they found themselves in a strange new neighborhood.
I like it.
Me too.
Shh. Communing with the Earth spirits.
Welcome to California, bud.
Alert, alert. We have a malfunction. We have a malfunction.
Their lives were in danger.
Back off, Larry. Get away from it.
Back off, Larry.
We've got a problem here.
They had to escape. When the smoke cleared, their family was separated. Somehow, one of the aliens was hiding in our house. The government wanted to capture him.
It's here.
Everyone was after him. And my brother, Eric, wants to make friends.
We got him! Get it! Turn it off!
You sucked this living thing into a vacuum cleaner?
Yeah, and then we
That's what
threw
she
him
said,
out
bro.
again.
Now Eric is risking not only his life, but my life
Give me the gun. Step back.
to save them.
This is the police.
I told you they don't understand.
It's about more than friendship. It's about adventure. Mac and me.
Interesting. They didn't really show.
Not a ton.
Yeah.
A little bit.
I mean, they showed him from behind in like wide
They
shots,
showed
but
the
they never really.
face. Did not show the
No,
face
they-
very
I
much.
don't think they showed its face at all.
I feel like I have this, and it's unfortunate for the person that submitted it, but I feel like we've just been there with Mac and me so much ever since Paul Rudd started his running bit that it makes it hard for me to be open-minded about it. But it was a pretty good trailer, though. You know, it definitely makes it obvious that the movie was ripping off E.T., which it was, and I don't think anybody's ever hidden that. You know,
No, I also feel though it's like somebody in like the Coke marketing department was like, we need to do what Reese's Pieces did.
Yep.
With E.T. And they were
But
like,
isn't it a McDonald's thing too, Mac and me?
I'm possibly. I mean,
I could be wrong about that. I have no idea.
They could have partnered on
Sure.
that, but Coke was a big part of that. I think of that movie. I think of Coca-Cola.
Sure.
But it's about the trailer specifically. I just don't. I mean, artistically, I get, they're leaving the surprise of what he looks like and stuff to the end, but there's a lot that wasn't in there that I thought should have been in there, especially, for this theme and stuff. So it's not, I don't think it's really giving me,
It's not giving 2 points.
It's not giving 2 points, Timmy. Thank you very much. Yeah, McDonald's was the executive producer. Ronald McDonald was the executive producer.
Yeah, that guy doesn't know shit. Yeah, I you kind of took the words right out of my mouth, my friend. I agree with you. So So basically what we're saying is if you
Hassenpfeffer-
submitted that, you're a bad person.
Hassenpfeffer brings up a good point, though. Like the Mac and Me kid was in a wheelchair, right?
Yeah, he was also practical effect. Yeah. He was in a wheelchair.
But only temporarily.
But no, there was another kid in the voice narrating was like the older brother, and so that guy was in there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but I think that kid went on to like do more acting, and he wasn't in a wheelchair.
Oh, you mean he was only in a wheelchair for the movie? Oh, interesting.
I think at the time he was in a wheelchair. But I think he was in, I think we looked this up on an early trailer, in the proto Trailer Boys, right? We would go through these child actors and see where they are now, you know, talking about like Daryl and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cloak and Dagger. And this was definitely one of them. Is Spina Bifida in real life?
Oh.
Was that, I couldn't tell you anything about Spina Bifida. So was that like
I don't know either.
So, we need a. Resident Stevel says the director said we need a kid in a wheelchair, so the special effects guys just broke some kid's legs. Okay, so I'm giving that 1 point for the reasons I said.
Yeah, same here.
Didn't really get there.
I agree.
And so, Timmy, you said 1 point as well?
Yep.
Chat gave it also 1 point. And so that's 3 points going to the Ilium Works. Sorry, Ills. And Ilium Works says, the knockoff version of E.T. featuring a goofy, terrible alien puppet.
Yep.
Lou Reed,
That's
you're never
what it
late.
is.
Lou Reed, you're here now, and that's what we're doing.
Can always be early, but it's never too late. Dude, it is hard to find that Metamorphosis movie at all. It's Shout Factory made a double feature of it with another movie, but it's like out of print or something. I don't know. I'm sad about it. I'm sad about that. Very sad. Oh, it's my turn to pick a Trisnailers and just do that. Okay, it's a bad.
Did someone already make the Paul Rudd Conan O'Brien joke?
I mentioned it.
That's actually like what now takes like my association of my memory.
Yeah, that was my problem.
I think of Paul Rudd's clips from his newest movie.
Okay, this one I know has some. I mean, the movie. Hopefully, the trailer shows what the movie has, and it makes us happy.
Last year, audiences everywhere thrilled to a terrifying film about the horrors of home ownership. House. Now, there's an all-new house.
It's like you got some kind of alternate universe in there or something.
With brand new owners.
Is that a little on the nose?
No, that scene is hilarious.
Look, it's a
It's Cliff Clavin. It's John Ratzenberger.
I've seen enough tragedy and disaster to make you want to upchuck in your shorts.
Two friends
is this
inherit
guy
a
from?
fantastic house.
Huh?
There's a
The
jungle.
guy on the left.
Cliff Clavin from Cheers. Oh, you mean the other guy? I don't know.
This guy with the nose.
170-year-old
Right here.
I don't
mummy.
know.
Surprise! Who is this? You can call me Gramps.
Now, they're in for more trouble than they ever imagined.
You're gonna kick the door open, run in there blindly, and I'll cover you, okay? Guy with the big gun goes first.
It looks like Peter Berg.
House 2, the second story.
I like the subtitle.
Creeps.
Yeah. And there's the long black screen.
He was the Buddy and Soul Man. Thank you, Scott. That's exactly what I know him from.
Yeah, that's that movie. They didn't show my favorite puppet, but you can't show all of it, you know. There's a caterpillar with a dog face in that movie. It's pretty great.
So what's the story with House? Is it's haunted, or is it an actual...
Yeah, in that one, it's like a haunted thing where they're falling into different times and dimensions. And the first one, it's more just like ghosts. And the movies are not related so much. They're just about a haunted house. I guess in part 3, I've only seen 1 and 2. But I guess in part 3, they bring back some of the stuff from one of the first movies. I don't know, but generally just haunted house movies. But they're like horror comedies. You know,
it's a Japanese movie.
No, you're thinking of Houseu. People are probably saying that in the chat. I'm not looking at chat right now, but people love to bring that one up to show they know about movies, which is fine. So there's a Japanese one called Houseu, which is House from the 70s. And then in the 80s, they made an American movie. Steve Miner, who directed one of the first Friday the 13th, made House. And then they made House 2. And those are completely unrelated to the Japanese one. The Japanese one is basically how I described it when I reviewed it recently was it's like if Twin Peaks, if Twin Peaks 2017 series became a person and traveled back in time to 1970s Japan and made a horror movie. But the American House movies are like horror comedies. They're very Evil Dead-ish. And what's funny is the Japanese one is fucking awesome. I love all of them. But what's funny is, so the American House is the first one has Norm from Cheers in it. The second one has Cliff from Cheers in it. As far as I know, the third one does not have another Cheers actor, which is too bad.
There's the third one.
There's 4 of them. I haven't seen 3 or 4. But yeah.
And then,
3, I heard is 3. They just like made a movie and then like, oh, we'll just call it House, you know.
And then people in chat are saying this also spun off into a television show called House Doctor.
Funny. What are we doing now?
We're voting.
Man, it's so hot. I need to get this fucking shit figured out.
You should get ice.
Yeah, but I need a more lasting solution.
Ice is pretty good though. Okay.
Anyway, I mean, I thought that was a good trailer.
The third one has Baby New Earth. It's Kelsey
Does it really?
Grammer. No, I don't know. It'd be funny if it was Kelsey Grammer though.
Yeah, or if Ted Danson showed up in one. I don't know, man. I'm kind of torn on it.
We will come.
Because I mean, they did show some great practical stuff in it, though, for sure. Some zombie guys and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
I'll give it 2 points.
I thought it was funny, you know,
Yeah.
and so far we haven't really seen a lot of like practical comedy things, you know. So
Yeah.
I'll give it 2 points as well. I've never seen it,
Chat think?
or I don't think I've heard of it. Chat is at 2 points.
So that's 6.
6 points. Who
Are we
gets
done?
it?
Are we done with it? Yeah, they voted along. Okay, 6 points for Trash VHS.
Oh, Trash VHS, winner of last week.
Oh, right. Yeah. Cool.
I am going to...
So when John Ratzenberger is saying like, "Oh, you got some kind of alternate universe," he shows up like he's supposed they know something crazy is going on at the house, so they call this guy to come look, and he just looks like a mechanic, and he's like, they think he is just some normal maintenance guy, but then he like sees this hole that goes into like this Incan temple thing. And he's like, yeah, looks like you got some kind of alternate dimension. And he's like, let's go check it out. And he reaches into a toolbox and he has like a sword. So he's like this, like, he's actually like an alternate dimension, like adventurer guy. It's just a great scene. So
I like it.
Anyways, yeah, it's good. It does not take itself very seriously. All right, go for it.
Ready for the next one?
Oh, yeah. I've never seen this.
That one I saw in the theater.
Oh, man.
Remember the last time?
Whoa, that hit hard, huh?
Not to feed them after midnight. We told you to keep them away from the light.
That
and
is
the
loud.
most important warning of all.
Excuse me.
It told you to never, ever get them wet. You didn't listen.
They're mutating.
Sir, is the building on fire?
No, that's a false alarm.
Are you trying to panic New York City?
Absolutely not. So the monsters are real? I didn't say that.
Gremlins 2. The new batch.
Now, was that civilized? No, clearly not. Fun, but in no sense civilized.
Man, short and sweet.
The new batch. What I'll say about this, I'll start with my negative, is Phoebe Cates is not in the trailer. You're going to have Phoebe Cates in your movie. Put her in everything.
Ooh.
How did Phoebe Cates not have a bigger career? She should have been huge.
Was she a good actress?
Doesn't matter. It does not matter.
I know it doesn't matter. I know it doesn't matter. She's gorgeous, obviously. And very pivotal role
in your adolescence.
Yeah.
Your puberty.
Yeah, and also just like still.
Yeah, she I know she married Kevin Kline and then like she was all set, so yeah. I guess that's how it happens. Kevin Kline seems like a cool guy too.
Yeah. Hey, will you resort by name?
Yeah.
Because I'm getting confused on if I've already given people a shot or not. So
I'm gonna say now that I've said my one negative, I do like how it's short and sweet. We see the effects. It doesn't really give anything away.
Right, yeah. And it didn't even have the Rambo thing in it, which they put in the later trailers. You know?
I like the creep, like it kind of like it teased us into it, and then showed like, you get what we don't get any of the story, but that their gremlins are now mutated. So it's like, oh shit, and I love that. I thought that was great. That's a simple 2-point trailer for me.
Yep, me too. 2 points from Timmy and 3 from chat.
Yeah, chat hit that. Hit the 2-minute mark, so we're good. Chat hit that.
Chat,
with
if you guys love it so much, why don't you marry it?
Yeah. But I thought, as far as like movie trailers go, generally, we watch a lot of movie trailers, obviously, and some of them are just clips of the movie, and they're trying to show you the whole movie in it.
Yeah,
these are the movie trailers I like, where they're trying to sell you on watching the movie without showing you the whole movie. So you got what the movie was about. So,
but you saw what the story is, yeah.
Let me see. This was submitted by a couple people.
7.
Let me see. This was submitted first by Dan Ballard.
All right, Dan.
We'll most likely never see a movie made with the amount and variety of animatronics that Gremlins 2 has. That's sad because it's a masterpiece and a fun ride all the way through. Definitely one of my favorite sequels. I would say, I think for me personally, I think Gremlins 2 is better than Gremlins 1.
I've never seen Gremlins 2. It's so weird. It's like something I should see and just haven't. I'll get to it eventually.
You should, because it's like, it's mean of me, but I'm always, whenever I'm talking shit about a girl that like doesn't really wear makeup, and then she's like wearing makeup for like the first time, and it's like way overdone, I'm like, my go-to is, she looks like the female gremlin.
You're a sexist pig. I'm just kidding. Yeah,
Scott's right. Gremlins 1 was burdened with teaching us what gremlins are. You have to establish the rules there. This one was allowed to be a little free and just go with it, Yes, Savvy Sally. Feminism. It's the old Nate. The old Nate would have said that. New Nate, 2023 Nate would never say that.
So I'm going to play a trailer. There's something else I was going to say about something about this, maybe, and I can't remember. Anyways, this sounds interesting.
I like the color. It's interesting.
Oh god, I hate it when there's a lot of bugs.
You picked a movie called The Nest.
I know. What the fuck was I thinking? And it's in the context, too.
But now, they're changing.
Love the voice.
Yeah. Oh, they were about to fuck.
Is it them?
Okay.
The Nest.
God damn.
Killed it.
You know what? Obviously, lots of cool effects at the end. That trailer was incredibly well paced.
Yeah, for real.
Really well edited.
No dialogue.
You know?
No dialogue.
Yeah.
Very unique voiceover. Not the typical voiceover.
Weird and deep. Yeah, it wasn't the one guy that does every other trailer.
And the
Nate,
pacing
you just went
of the
muted or something.
I did.
Or maybe my
Test.
volume dipped down. Okay.
Can you hear me now?
I got you.
But yeah, the zoom ins on everybody and just the tracking forward on everything.
Yeah.
And then it pops hard. It breaks real bad. And then it's like gross.
Yeah, so much gross stuff.
All at once. And then symbolically you see the guy, I'm like, this is this trailer's cum shot. And then it cuts to a guy climaxing. You see him, and you're like, oh, this trailer's crushing it. He's like, oh, so
damn. This goes back to what we were talking about with Screaming Wild Man George, whatever. The 80s and the lower budget B movie kind of horror and sci-fi movies. They're like, we don't need to get any famous people. We're just going to blow money on a goop budget.
Yeah.
We're just going to
need a lot of goop.
Up. Yeah. And I love that, man. Another favorite thing I love about the 80s is there's 3 terrific remakes of 50s sci-fi movies that all happened in the 80s, and they all just sort of we're going to make that, and we're gonna take that and make it goopy. And it was The Thing, The Blob, and then oh god, now I'm blanking on the third one. But anyways,
real viscous.
Yeah, a lot of viscosity.
Sam is just leaving the Dodgers game.
Oh, The Fly. Thank you. If I fight for them, The Fly was the other one.
The Fly is a remake?
Yeah, dude, it's a Vincent Price movie.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, and Mythic said The Fog, which is not goopy or a remake, but it is a movie.
Mythic, stop pissing off Timmy.
It's not pissing me off. I just, you know what it is? Sometimes I feel like people write something without thinking about it.
So,
Miss March. They kind of miss March it.
Fake beans. No, I'm just kidding. Oh, I thought you meant stuff people yell out in chat.
No.
You're talking about the writing of the movie.
Yeah. I'm just kidding. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say. Normally we watch these movies, and a lot of times I'll be like, you know what? I don't like that there was no dialogue in it. In this one specifically, I'll be like, I felt that dialogue would have taken away from it, so I really enjoyed this. So this is an easy 2 points for me.
And yeah, that goes back to my first point too. It's okay there's not dialogue in it because the actors probably aren't very good because they didn't spend any money on the actors. Yeah. The trailer's like, we're going to show you what we spent the money on, which is roaches crawling out of a lady's face and a guy getting puking a claw or whatever the fuck was happening. Yeah. That's what I like. I don't even understand what I saw. I just know that it was awesome. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. 2 points for me. I think I already said that.
Yeah.
3 from them. 2 from you.
Yeah. Who gets them?
7 for. This is a great name, by the way. 7 for FemK Ultra.
That is great. That is
a good name. Yeah. Are they new?
I haven't seen it before, so probably.
Welcome. Their other submission was also a highly regarded crazy ass 80s movie that I haven't seen, but so they know their stuff. Anyways,
This one was also submitted a couple times.
Ooh, now there's a good breeze coming in. Thank the Lord Jeebus. Polygram. I remember that company. Let's see.
Anthony Michael Hall is an undercover cop.
Okay, I'm at point zero right now. Still no sign of our man.
He's so young
who's
still.
About to go underground. What he doesn't know is that he's on a case that will take him to another world.
I'm in no mood for this.
Because now he's got a new partner.
What are you?
A very special partner.
What's the deal with the snake? Talk or I'm gonna eat it. No, eat Lumen.
Who will either help him solve a murder case.
Why would you say you're gonna eat it?
What did you say? Kaboom!
Or destroy the underworld.
If Lumen dies, my people die.
What is this?
Why is this such high quality? Like, this is a beautiful trailer.
Yeah, the transfer is great.
Yeah.
He is unusual, okay? He's got
That's human teeth. I think that's the most...
Funny, kind of funny.
Yeah, that's terrible.
You
can't do that. They had to redo Sonic the Hedgehog because of human teeth.
He's getting away. Why? Because I'm chained to a cow.
I like that they're playing Lowrider.
World crazy.
Freeze!
Shut up!
Freeze!
He's right behind you. Turn around. He's right behind you.
Upworlders are mean, cold-blooded people, Norm. If they catch you, they'll put you in a cage.
Oh, it's dead.
What do we do with the freeze, sir? Book him.
What's up with that scene?
Yeah, very weird.
Who is he? What is he?
From special effects wizard Stan Winston, the man who created the dinosaurs of Jurassic Park, comes this outrageous
This came out
adventure
after
for
Jurassic
children,
Park. Wow.
starring Anthony Michael Hall,
I guess.
Claudia Christian, Jerry Orbach,
Claudia Christian, remember her?
Yeah, she shows up in a lot of these.
A gnome named Norm.
Right, I'm gonna stake
Oh,
out
this
with
is,
a
I've
gnome named
never
Norm.
seen. I've heard the name of this movie. I
Adventures of a
didn't know
gnome
what it
named
was.
Norm. Coming soon from Polygram Video.
Directed by Stan Winston. Must have been his passion project. Robert Zadar's in there. They didn't say it in the credits. Come on.
I don't think Robert Zadar became such a big name until people like you grew up.
Until he was dead and people found out about Maniac Cop. Pretty much.
That got submitted a bunch from a couple different people. A few points.
That was all right.
Came out after Jurassic Park, which I think is kind of crazy.
Yeah.
Real Teeth are kind of crazy. But then also, like, thinking about it, it's like a lot of these, like Mac and Me, it's geared towards kids, like a kids movie, right? But looking at this does not look like a kids movie. So it's like, who's the audience for this?
Who is this for?
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. Well, somebody submitted a movie, but they put the name of the movie in their name, and then they put their name in the title. It just kind of confuses me.
Yeah, this has got some mixed reviews in chat. I think this looks crazy. And I think if you want to watch this on Midhunters, definitely add it to the list. Misery Loves Us / Midhunters. All the links are in the Discord chat, actually. Let me link the Discord again. Midhunting Club, Timmy, has its own Discord. I'm going to send you the link. I'm going to invite you to this.
Oh, yeah. Get me in there. Because I need new ways to forget to pay attention to.
Yeah, so I'll put it in link. It's not my Discord channel. Just want to make sure everyone knows it's for the general passion of hunting for mid movies that everyone forgot about. Abby Sally added just a bunch of Abby Sally is I think the captain of the team. Is that it? Is that how?
She's
I don't
the
know.
captain of my heart.
Oh, she's the disco mom. That's what it is. We don't have mods. It's moms. Disco mom.
Oh.
So there you go. I think this is a movie that we could watch. So no named
Trailer
Norm
though
is confusing to me, and so
yeah,
because
the title
it's
is
weird.
hard to say.
Gnome named Norm. Yeah.
A gnome named Norm. A gnome named Norm. A gnome named Norm. A gnome named Norm.
Yeah. I'm going to give it 2 points because it's fucking weird looking. Like there's so much there's a little dark crystal-ish in there, like a little dark crystal.
Yeah, the gnome
style.
looks bad, sort of. Like it looks very weird.
It looks bad.
Like I don't want to see it.
If
you know what I mean? Like I don't want to look at him.
You told me that guy, if you were like, this is the guy that did Jurassic Park dinosaurs, I'd be like, fuck you. You're full of
right.
Is he drinking now? Like what
yes.
happened? What happened between
Must
now
be.
and then? Has he had a traumatic brain injury? Because this looks like garbage.
Yeah.
And yeah, it's definitely giving Dark Crystal.
I hate you so much.
I
hate you. I hate you.
It's Dark Crystal for me, Timmy.
It's giving Dark Crystal. So I'll give it 1. I don't know.
All right.
I get it, but I also was like, meh, I don't know.
Gremlins says technically not animatronics, as it was actually a child with hereditary syphilis.
Wow.
I want to believe that to be true. So that was submitted. A few people. Silent Tally already got points. So, let's see. What's the next one? Grimward. There we go. Grimward on the drought. The drought is broken just by technicality because he did not submit this first. But despite the white YouTube channel name, this is a real trailer. Anthony Michael Hall and a deformed gnome team up as detectives on the street. Yeah, that's what that was. So, chat is giving it 2 points. I'm giving it 2 points. Timmy is giving it 1 point. That is 5 points going to Grimward.
All right, so I already turned off notifications for this Discord because since I joined, I've been like, I'm hearing that enough. So
yeah,
I will check it out.
You can change your notifications by channel too. I mean, not like by the app. Oh, okay. I thought you meant you turned it off for Discord entirely.
Oh, maybe, but that's fine too. Okay, so I got one, and I bet some people will complain. But
sure, some people complain.
Then I get to yell at them. Yeah, someone will complain. Someone will complain if you, I don't know. Doesn't matter. I could mail them money and be like, this is an animatronics. Okay.
Our family grows. The city itself will be our playground to use as we please. Rewarding ourselves and punishing our enemies.
We've been looking for you, Miss O'Neill.
There is a new enemy. Freaks of nature. Together, we will punish these creatures.
What the heck was that? Looked like sort of a big turtle in a trench coat.
This is a good tease, too.
Yeah. Because, dude, I'm sure you remember, like, when they showed this before fucking, I don't know, Home Alone or Honey and Shrunk the Kids, whatever, people were like, awesome. Like, kids lost their minds. This is in our theater for, like, 3 months when I was a kid.
Probably got frisian.
Huh?
This probably gave me frisian. I mean, trailers still do that, but...
Right.
You know when you get, like, goosebumps when you see something?
Yeah, yeah.
As a kid, this probably...
What is with this song? But now it's good, okay. Ooh.
Yeah! I love being a turtle!
God.
Being green on the screen, baby.
That movie was... I mean, Dick Tracy was a big deal, but Ninja Turtles? That thing, they owned the fucking universe. It was crazy.
So the comic books definitely came first, but was the next thing the cartoon or the toys?
Cartoons.
Okay.
Cartoons and toys kind of simultaneously. But it's weird. The original comics were not like the cartoon, and then they eventually made comics that were like the cartoon. But the original comics, like Eastman and Laird, their whole thing was making fun of Sin City and making fun of Frank Miller's dark Daredevil stuff and all that. They were making fun of like the dark, cynical turn that comic books were taking. But so they made it look like that, though. And then the original comics, the turtles are not color coded; they all have red masks, So And then, you know, somebody down the line was like, we could kind of change this and this and make it a kids thing. And it's a great property as a kids thing. The video games are so much fun. The arcade games. Remember those? You play those?
Yeah, they were great.
So if you like that, it was on Xbox Arcade. I assume it's on PS Network and stuff. They made a new game in the style of that. They made New Turtles game in the style of those old arcade games. And the guy that got to do the music, T. Lopez, he killed it, making it sound like that late 80s, early 90s.
I love that you know this stuff. This is the deep Timmy stuff. Because
when my daughter and I played through it, I'm like, this music's fucking incredible. I need to find out who it is. And I follow him on Twitter now. You know what I mean? Like he's like this dude. He's this like composer guy who just was obsessed with Ninja Turtles, obsessed with the 80s and 90s music. And if you hear the music for like, look up the new, I forget what I think the game's called Shredder's Revenge or something. But anyways, the music is incredible. It sounds like I assumed it was from the 90s, and it wasn't. You know, it was very, very well done.
I watch Carl DeLinden do speed runs of the original emulation version of it.
Oh, wow.
It's fun.
It is Shredder's Revenge. Okay, thank you, Steve.
Oh, that reminded me. Never mind. I texted you
earlier. But yeah, so that trailer's great. I mean,
I love the tease.
Well-paced, the tease. I mean, I just remember as a kid, you see that 3-pronged hand grab that sigh. Oh yeah, and you're like, "Fucking,
Green on the screen, baby."
Like nothing's gonna get better in my life after I see this movie. You know, that's what I thought as a kid. And I was right. I was totally right.
That's 2 for me.
That's 2 for me too.
3 from chat.
All right, 7 points for running and farting.
Running, farting.
It's a great name. You're killing it all around.
Farting. Running and farting. All right.
I'm trying to find this. Man, it's out of print. The Metamorphosis.
There's a term that I just found out when we watched LA AIDS Jabber, which was LA AIDS Jabber was...
You told me it was actually good.
Good is a stretch, but it was better than I thought it would be.
Did you enjoy watching it?
Yeah, we had a blast watching it.
So it was good. Okay.
And the music in LA AIDS Jabber, talking about music, it was really fucking... I was like, man, the music is crushing. It's, like synth, like... new wave stuff. And it gave us a ton of funny sound drops from just the people acting. But so people kept saying SOV. So I thought SOV was the production company, but SOV means shot on video.
Oh, interesting.
I don't know if you can hear the sound drops, Timmy, but
I do sometimes. I don't hear all of them. Spray it all over my chest. No, I don't hear them.
Do you hear that one?
Actually,
okay.
Nope. Okay. I don't hear them, I guess. I thought I did.
Well, I'm not going to play you some of the drops then, but we did get some funny drops then. All right, so SOV, shot on video. That's the point I'm making.
Oh, okay. I'm glad you made that point. What are we doing?
Watch trailers.
So where are we working today anyway?
Man.
Old abandoned cabin needs a lot of work done to it. Did you see Jones disappear like that, man?
Freeze, you stupid heavy!
Dang!
You will die by the wrath of the Necronomicon.
There's a boat.
Yeah.
Don't let me go!
No beer, no babes, we're hurting now.
Stay behind me, man!
Oh, he has a real attitude problem. This does not kill the Let's get out of here.
Wow.
What's
the story with that one? It really is a lost movie? That's cool.
A lot of these are, that people unearth and they release on their boutique labels and stuff. And then they have to recut the trailer because stuff like that probably didn't even have a trailer. I see a lot of people are shouting out Red Letter Media. We don't watch. I don't know if you watch a show, but I don't really watch a show, so
I don't really
it's
dig
new
on
to
it.
me.
I don't like, hey, let's make a show of how much I don't like something. Ugh. Why don't you just put me to sleep instead? Like with
it's
the
kind of like what our
chemicals
show
they used to
is.
kill dogs. No. We're celebrating stuff. I have always thought we don't. I've like never shit on movies. Have you noticed that? I will say a trailer is good or bad or whatever, but like I think like I personally don't even believe in the term "so good it's bad," because if you are entertained by a movie, right, for whatever reason, whether it was something the director intended or not, that movie's still entertaining. And so in my way, well, then that just means it's good to you. You know what I mean? Even if the things that are making you enjoy it are from someone being inept or not knowing what they're doing. But
that's our credo for Midhunters, though, too. You know, is like Midhunters. It's a lot of movies that have named actors in them that people forgot about. You know, it's like nobody's seen these movies, and somebody made the movies. So when we watch them and we rank them, and everyone gets to rank them, it's not necessarily is this a good movie or not, but it's did we have fun watching it? You know, it's tough. You know, like we watched all the Twilight movies. And they're not great movies. And some people are just like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen because they're having a, reaction to the memory of when it came out and it was such a big thing. But like when we watched them together on stream, it was pretty fun. Valerian,
that's what matters. Yeah.
Yeah. Valerian looked great. Horrible movie.
That movie is too long. It's got some great concepts in it, though. The desert thing where you put on the helmet and then now you're in the market. That part rules.
Everything Luc Besson didn't do was great.
Right. The Valerian movie. It's like that should be an epic classic, and it's not, and it's too bad. You know. But again, it's like I find stuff to value in most movies too. Lou Reed says, Timmy, watch a Neil Breen movie and you might believe in the term. I mean, I've seen plenty of what would you call them? The ill-advised auteurs. And it's like I still believe that, like The Room. Okay, The Room's massively entertaining.
Yeah,
I mean, is it? And it's a guy. You know what it is? It's like. And I say this on my Letterboxd reviews a lot. If I feel like I could tell what a movie's trying to do, and so if I watch your movie, I can tell what you're going for, and I feel like you did it, I'm probably going to give you 5 stars. You know what I mean?
If you executed the vision that you were,
you know,
the Neil Breen stuff, you know, I dismiss. I don't know. One of these days I'll have to do it. It just seems like eating my vegetables. You know, it's like I'll have to get there someday. But you know, like a lot of the
how
movies,
I didn't watch comedy movies for a long time because I did comedy. You know what I mean?
None of you guys watch. That's the funny thing is none of you guys watch comedy movies. I'd be like, yo, have you seen this person's stand-up special? I mean, I get like if you're writing comedy, you don't want anything to creep in, you know, because it happens. But with these movies, what we'll do in Midhunters too is like we'll try and watch like featurettes or behind the scenes, and some of them that context explains so much of the movie. We saw this one with Vin Diesel, and the guy who directed it was a friend of Luc Besson who was in The Fifth Element. He was actually the guy who tries to rob Corbin Dallas, and he has the hat that has the thing.
It's a lovely hat.
So that guy directed a movie with Vin Diesel.
Which one?
Chat, you're gonna need to help me out. It's like a post-apocalyptic movie.
Witchfinder?
No, not the last one.
Mutant? No, anyways.
But so the point is, like the movie, like something's wrong with it. You know, Babylon AD, thank you, Void Primate.
Oh, yeah.
Something's wrong with the movie, and it's very apparent, and it's weird, and there are these things that don't make sense. There's a documentary that the director made and put out himself. It's in French. We had to watch it in like subtitles that weren't great, but we were getting what was going on. It makes him look awful. And like he put this out in his defense saying like the studio took it over, which they did, but like rightfully so. at certain points in it, Vin Diesel's having to give speeches to like rally everyone together to like lift the spirits because everyone's like, we're making an awful movie.
Wow.
Like the director would go on like, he'd be like, we're going to stop production for 2 weeks so I can get my head straight. It's crazy. But the point I'm making is that documentary of what was going on behind the scenes made the movie more enjoyable in retrospect to me. Yeah.
I get it.
Anyway, Slaughter Day. I'm giving it 2 points.
What are we even doing? Oh, yeah, 2 points for sure. I want to see it.
Chat gave it 2 points as well. That's 6 points for Slaughter Day. Going to leader of the pack currently, Flanja. There you go.
Where are we getting at? We're entering hour 3 here. I just want to see how we're doing on trailers. 5, 6. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 8, 10, 11. We still got a few left, I think. Okay, so I feel like a lot of people are already. I feel like I'm having trouble finding ones. People haven't submitted yet. Okay, let's do. Okay. Okay. Yeah, let's do a little different. Let's do this. Have you noticed? I mean, I know a lot of times we stick in the 80s anyways, but tonight's very 80s.
It's the ultimate soldier. It doesn't get happy, it doesn't get sad, it doesn't laugh at your jokes.
It is quite simply the most sophisticated robot on Earth. At Nova Robotics, the future is in good hands.
You're doing real good. Just keep working on those last 2 bars.
Thanks to Dr. Newton Crosby.
Originally, I designed it as a marital aid.
But artificial intelligence has gotten too smart.
It's malfunctioning. It might not do anything. But it could decide to blow away anything that moves, couldn't it?
Both of them are in Police Academy.
$1 million worth of robots.
Yep.
Just hit the road. Wow! Number 5 is alive.
Welcome to my planet.
You just have to find number 5, get some answers.
Why don't you come?
Why are they in that truck?
And it's got a lot of living to do.
Whatever it takes to put that stupid contraption out of commission, that's what you do.
Me input.
Haven't you had enough of this stuff?
More input. More input.
And they can seem quite lifelike, but they are still machines.
Number 5 is alive.
Nice software.
How it happens, who knows, but it has happened.
A new comedy adventure from John Badham, the director of War Games.
They're gonna be after you. We gotta get out of here now.
They're not showing the robot enough, are they?
Ali Sheedy, Steve Gutenberg, and number 5.
Beautiful.
Short Circuit.
I am alive.
I think for a trailer that long, you got to show the goods a little bit more. What do you think?
It's interesting because it's the same thing for like Mac and Me, right? But I feel, I don't know, I feel it worked better in this.
Yeah, it was a good trailer. Besides that, a great tits joke. Nice software
to me, okay.
Software.
We've got women in chat, okay. We don't say tits.
Why isn't there a porn magazine called Software? Is there? I guess I don't know.
Yeah, it's about computer programming.
Anyways, yeah, it was a good trailer.
Why did they show Fisher Stevens and Brownface? I think he's in the second one.
He's in the second one a lot. He was in that trailer for a second.
Oh, really?
Yeah. The second one also has that, like, it's like a Hispanic gang that has that crazy song. Like, Los Locos kick your ass. Los Locos kick your face. Los Cocos kick your balls into outer space.
Everyone remembers that.
Why do we remember that? Lady Opportunity says we don't say tits and pussy there are ladies. What now?
Here. Right here.
Oh, yes.
Nope, right. There we go. We united for that one.
Okay.
Uniting the seals. Why the hell do you remember that? And thanks for the flashback. Because
we're broken. We've established this.
We're so broken.
We're so broken. But I'm broken.
What are you
and
giving
I
that?
have a lot of mental problems that cause me to fixate on random things. There we go. What's up?
I'm giving it 2 points. I thought it was a cool trailer.
Yeah, let's give it 2.
And again, it's odd for me because the similar thing to Mac and Me, but I just have a different feeling about it. Like Mac and Me, the tension, I was like, let me see the thing. And then you don't show it. This, I felt it was a little bit more intentional. And I did like the tease of it where they're not showing it to you. So oddly enough.
And also it's almost like, because subconsciously that the robot in Short Circuit looks good. And so they're hiding something just to tease you. Whereas in Mac and Me, they're hiding him because he looks bad.
Yeah. And the robot in Short Circuit was like a real robot.
Yeah, it was a robot. It was cool. Oh, they said, CGI is good in a lot of ways for film, but also it's like, you don't really make a movie just based around like, hey, we have a robot.
I mean, these days, yeah.
Right, that's what I'm saying. They don't do that anymore. And Tammy and the T-Rex, which I'm sure is in here somewhere too. I think it got submitted. But that very famously, which I love that movie, and the gore cut anyways, and that movie literally was made because they're like, we have an animatronic T-Rex on this ranch at this old theme park thing in Texas. Let's make a film. Write a script about it.
Great.
And that kind of stuff doesn't happen anymore. Any hoozles.
You said 2 points as well?
Yeah, I'll give it 2 points. It's a fun trailer. What'd Jack give it?
3 points.
So that's 7 points for Mythic. There you go. See, we do agree with him sometimes. There you go. And I think, you know what? I'm going to say this. There's a few choice members of Gooby Wood or Whoretown, whatever, that I like to give shit to, that I often disagree with the things they say. Mythic takes it very well. Yeah, whatever. Nate's always at the top. But Mythic, have you noticed? Mythic never fucking spits back at us. He just kind of is like, yeah, he knows that we're kind of dicks. He enjoys our company. He knows that us being dicks doesn't mean we don't enjoy their company. You know what I mean? Like, Mythic seems to understand what's happening here. Do you know what I mean? No, I just mean that they get along with us, despite the fact that I'm constantly giving them shit. Mythic, you're good. You're a good one. That's what I'm saying. You know what I mean? Come on, I know you understand this more than you're letting on.
Yeah,
you're such a tool.
A bunch of Dick Tracy's up in here. Are you ready for the next one?
Yeah.
You know who hates Mythic is Sam.
Oh, dude, he has a tattoo on his ass. I've always wanted to see this. I was friends with a guy that was hired to rewrite to write a remake of it, and it never went anywhere.
Everybody's looking for love. Some never find it.
Honey?
Kiss me. Others have all the luck.
It's coming.
But in the year 2017, that luck can run out.
2017.
Can you fix her? I'm sorry, kid. Find yourself a tracker named Johnson. He'll get you a cherry.
I'm E. Johnson.
I think I made a mistake. I want you to go into Zone 7 and get me one just like her.
Who's that?
This isn't a dating service.
Melanie Griffith.
Yes.
Those robot chassis are kept in the worst part of the zone. We call it the graveyard.
You got the job.
That's what I figured. Relax. Been this way 100 times before.
Just like a regular rocket volley scene. Rocket duel.
Oh, we got a policy against trackers in these
that
parts.
Guy's
That's a dad from Troll 2? No.
He's the tiny man in those movies. He's like,
Don't let him get away!
Scanners? What is he from?
Yeah, I think I know
What up, Aramis? Thanks for stopping by.
Are you sure you're okay?
When looking for lost love, you never know what you'll find. Cherry 2000.
Yeah, what was Tim Thomerson's big thing? Was it Scanners?
You know, just about any
Man.
other.
Yeah, Doll Man. That's what I was thinking. Did I say Tiny Man?
Oh, I think you said Tiny Man. You know what? Just about Entrancers. He's in a bunch of those. He's a big full moon.
Trancers. What was I saying? Scanners?
Yeah,
Yeah,
you were so
Trancers
close. You
is what I was
said
thinking.
Tiny Man and Scanners, but the
Had
answer was
COVID,
Doll Man and
okay?
Trancers. No, I'm not laughing at you because I do the same kind of shit. You were like so close but so far. It was
You
it was
don't
funny.
do the same kind of shit. You know the exact title. You know the working title. You know what it was called when it was a book.
You don't thick candy shell, Richard. 0 points for me.
Really?
Yeah, because show me the practical effect characters in that movie.
Oh.
Zero. There's nothing. There was one quick shot of the ear and the disc, and the rest was. Listen, any other theme? If the theme night was post-apocalypse or action movies, or let's all talk about how hot Melanie Griffith is, would have been great. But nothing, nada.
Interesting. Let me see. You make a good point.
Yeah, I'm giving
you
a
know
zero.
what?
Man.
I think I was
Although
swept up in how good. I really liked the trailer, and I was like, "This looks fucking dope. I want to see this."
It looks
Cherry 2000.
great, but I'm also like, why was this submitted?
Yeah. So the context is in first, 1987.
Oh, where's the context?
A minute 56.
Yeah.
In 2017, a successful businessman travels to the ends of the earth to find that perfect woman is always under his nose. He hires a sexy renegade tracker to find an exact duplicate of his android wife. But I think the android wife was just like a human woman playing an android.
Yeah. The only like cool practical stuff was the little disc in the ear in that one part. You didn't read the rest of their context. I said I think this is the better trailer of mine. And looking at the submissions, especially the top one, I'm like, oh, I was gonna pick the top one, which is an insane movie with some puppets and robots in it. It's a terrible movie, but I bet the trailer is great. But now, too bad. You know?
Yep.
So 0 for me, man. It didn't work for what we wanted it to work for. And it pains me because I just recently watched Body Double and I am now madly in love with mid-80s Melanie Griffith. She was cool and tough and like a fucking smoke show. She was awesome,
How many nuts are you busting to that movie?
To that one? Well, when I watched it, I got a Body Double. I don't think I did. Well, I probably did, but I don't know. Well, because Barbara Crampton's in it too.
Says there are plenty of scenes of androids in the movie.
Well, and that's the problem.
Trailer. Here's the thing:
we don't judge the movie with just a trailer.
I like the trailer.
If we judged
a lot.
the movie, I would have said 2 points.
I was going to say, you know what? I should give this a point because I really liked it. But at the same stroke, when we watched Dinosaur Island.
And there
did at least have one scene of something that was very obviously practical, animatronic type of thing. I gave that 1 point. And this, there were some practical things with like the explosion stuff, I guess, but it wasn't really in. I don't know. I think you know what? I think Timmy sold me on this. I'm also going 0 points. And it looks like chat has weighed with only 46% yes. So it's going to be 1 point going for Butterfly Beulah.
All right. Sorry. I feel like a dick.
Oh, wow. Timmy really just fucking shredded you.
Ruined your day.
Yeah.
Sorry. All right. So since I'm let's see how this goes, because I have seen this movie. I know there's practical stuff in it. I don't remember how much, and I would like to see what's in the trailer.
I can see it all before me.
Ooh. You won't get far.
This movie's pretty good, by the way.
Try and bring a stretcher.
fucking bugs.
Where'd you find this
Is that the guy from Letterkenny?
I don't know.
That
I've never seen
Harold?
that.
Code 3 and I
Gold?
need assist.
Daniel?
Who are they?
There is something calling them all here. I've seen this place before.
Everything has led to this.
You will become something remarkable.
They did killings and sacrifices. They made people change.
Nothing else matters now.
This isn't the end.
Statistically, you're more likely to die in a hospital than anywhere else.
They broke it out at the end a little bit.
Yeah.
You know?
That looks really good. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, and they definitely flashed to stuff quite a bit. I'm gonna give that. It's a good trailer. Besides that, I thought it's cool. I kind of am leaning towards a 1 for that one, but maybe now I'm going too hard on the whole theme thing. But
you know how I talk about like the things that hook me. Like the trailer has to have like one of the hooks. So the cloaked people with the triangle face stuff like that got me. But then,
cool.
And as far as the theme goes, the one quick scene where it was like you could see the daylight through the hole in a person's skull. I was like, yo, okay, there we go. Now we're playing. So that did that for me. Would you say that the movie has more practical effects and
well, you guys have a thing that's just like cheesecake, booby, and naked man pictures. One of the things on your Discord, somebody just posted to it. It's like, whoa, all right. Anyways,
there's an 18
Was I not supposed
plus NSFW channel.
Yes, someone just posted it to it because of Melanie Griffith. Salute you.
Yeah, there's a few people in chat that are very good at finding
boobies.
No, but like related to something like a few people in chat are human Mr. Skins, let's say, or they could be the actual Mr. Skin. But we'll watch a movie.
What
and
if
then
one
all
of
a sudden,
them is? Would that be crazy? I love that idea.
Flip Wilson. Anyway,
what about Flip Wilson? Anyways, I'll give that trailer 1. You're giving it 2. What did chat give it?
Chat has
almost 3. They got 69% now.
Yeah, that's 2 for chat.
Okay. 5. So 5 points total. Now, another one of my, you could say nemesis. It's 5 points to Domino's Fleet, baby.
Oh, Domino's Fleet. I don't think it's in chat tonight either.
Oh, well.
They're not here to fight with you.
What would they fight about? Oh, because I gave it a 1. Anyways, but the fun thing is I always win fights because I'm on the channel and they're not. I just win by default, right?
I guess, yeah. I mean, it's your show. You win. No one's
Stop saying it's my show. Okay, 5 points. Oh, you pick a one? That was me. Your turn.
I'm just.
We're getting towards the end.
There's a lot of stuff that we've definitely already watched in other episodes. Like we've had so many shows now. This is our 73rd, actually 74th episode because I lost. There's 75th actually because there's an episode that you and I did that the audio fucked on, so there's no POD of it.
Okay, Nate, we're at 17. So why don't you do this one and one more, and I'll do one more. Then we're at 20.
All right.
No, one more for me, and then you get to do this one, and then I'll do one, and then you do one, then we're done. Okay. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Then I'll be at 20. What do you got? But so, yeah, that one was fun too. The one that the audio sucked, so you didn't put it out.
Yeah, that was. I think that was the
party.
Do you remember? The party episode or something.
Okay,
I think we should reuse that theme if we don't think of something. But
yeah, I also was thinking I want to do martial arts again. I mean, there's
we've already done
left.
2. There are a lot
it's
more.
Been a year. Here's the deal, and I was going to mention this when I felt like somebody maybe submitted Cherry 2000 just because it's sci-fi, And it reminded me of something I always think about with this show that just pops in my brain is when we did martial arts night, somebody submitted Old Boy. And I always had it troubled me that somebody submit that, because the reason that you would submit that, it's troubled me. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, it's that one scene in the hallway.
The one
that's
scene.
Not really martial arts,
Right.
guess.
And so then I thought it got submitted because Asian. You know what I mean? So I was like, well, you know.
Yeah, no, I get what you're saying.
I don't think, I think the people of Goobywood are not like that, but I think
what you're
subconsciously
saying,
you might kind of jump to that. You know?
What I think you're saying is like the pool for that theme is too deep to have to consider that.
Right. Well, and also it's not a martial arts movie is what I'm really saying.
I mean, yeah.
And that if it gets submitted in that theme for that, it makes me kind of wonder why. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Sam
It's like
also
if
very loose on.
It's like
a
if you
lot of
said
things.
basketball movies and someone submitted Blade.
Does he play basketball?
Like,
no, there is a scene where.
No,
Stephen
just
Dorff
I mean because
plays
there's
basketball.
That's not what I was getting at. You know what I mean? But yeah. But anyways, go for it, man. Ooh, wait, it's gonna be bad?
I don't know. We'll find out.
Okay.
What I saw wasn't human.
Saw this.
Oh my God!
As a child, it scared the crap out of me. Saw this in Zombies or / Zombie Island.
Oh, I've never seen this. I've always wanted to.
What's more, it saw me. This thing.
Oh. Wow.
Rawhead Rex.
Rawhead Rex.
Clive Barker loves it when the letters come out and then glow a little bit.
Yeah.
He loves that shit. Sort of the 80s movies in general. Anyways, that was a great little trailer.
It was pretty straightforward, quick 1 minute long trailer. I like it. You know, it's a monster trailer. I think it takes place in Ireland though too. And I
It
don't
looked
think
like it, yeah.
But no one had an Irish accent. This movie
Oh,
fucked me up
pish
more than
posh.
anything else as a kid. Says you blow my weenie. Yeah, me too. Yeah, again, I saw this and Zombie at the same time at a sleepover party for a friend of mine who was really into horror. I was so freaked out. I mean, this is like the first like horror movie I saw, you know. It was written by Clive Barker about dicks. Poopra, you don't think this fits a theme?
Who says it doesn't fit the theme? There's a creature in it.
But yeah, there's a creature that's a practical thing, but also, you know, it's larger than the guy. And so the
What do you mean?
face, like it's not just a guy wearing a mask. The face actually has like, you know, animatronic parts to it.
So their argument is this the guy in a suit.
I would assume. They didn't really say. They just
Okay.
said it didn't feel like the theme. So
But so were the Ninja Turtles, and that movie was definitely practical effects and animatronics.
it's funny when they take the skin off the animatronics and they're like
Yeah.
servos are like
Yeah. The best are the shots of the Ninja Turtles when there's certain, you can find it online, where you can see the teeth of the human inside of it through the turtle's mouth.
That's awesome.
There's like a shot of like Michelangelo talking to April O'Neil, then you just see these human teeth like in the back of his mouth. Very scary. I will give that. They held my attention. I'll give it 2 points. I'm going to give it 2 points.
Oh, all right.
Lydia says next week's theme, dick-shaped monsters. I'm down.
I liked Rawhead Rex. And I do like kind of the shorter trailers that are straight to the point. There were parts to it, but again, nothing really grabbed me on that. Like be like, oh shit. So that's a 1 point for me.
Look at you.
So that, I thought I would have liked it more. I don't know where this was. Rawhead Rex. Lost it. This is from Poop Riot.
Wait,
Poop Riot is like talking, trying to talk everybody in. Poop Riot's in chat being like, "Hey guys, don't vote for this. I don't think it fits the theme." People are like, Poop Riot's right, and then it's his movie. It's 3 points from chat, 2 points from Timmy, 1 point from me. That's 6 points. Could have been 7, but you know what? You talked yourself out of a.
It's very funny.
Oh wait, no, I put 6 points, but it was. I put 7 points, but it was 6 points, right? 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 6. There we go.
Good job, Nate. Doing that counting all by yourself.
Well, once I get out of this many's, I don't know what to do. I'll just start again,
This many. Do I go? This is my last choice. Do I go with something way unlike everything else? I think I do.
Or you can pick 2. It's your name.
I'll do this
whenever you want.
What?
You can keep picking.
I know, but I think 20 is a good number. We've been on over 3 hours. Let's just do it. So here's this. Oh, it's a longer one. Shit. 0.
Timmy picks a 6-minute trailer.
Oh no, it's the whole movie.
It just blows you away. You're looking, you're like, this is really happening. It's not some dream that maybe one day. It's like, this is real. I actually just kept pushing and kept pushing. I would not let my dream go. I would not let it go.
I started a new restaurant chain called Showbiz Pizza Place, and we got singing robots in there.
And I think back to when I was a little kid sitting at that table eating pizza and thinking it in my mind that one day I'd like to have that show, but never really thinking I'd have it.
The word was given to stop making shows. We're not going to open any more restaurants. 200, that's it. We're not opening any more.
I thought that for 10 years they was gone. It was just nothing. It's gone.
It's everything that you can imagine. You weld, you solder, you drill. You have to learn something about electronics. Animatronics is like everything there is in the universe put together because you're creating an artificial life form.
Whoa.
That's a weird line.
That is a weird explanation. Look at all those.
And I've never seen anything like that before. And it just kind of stuck with me, like the animatronics and the voices and the music.
Anytime somebody asks me, well, what is your favorite childhood memory? It's going to see these guys.
I would think about it, I would write stories about it, I would just obsess about it. And so even though I wasn't there a lot, I took it with me. It meant so much to me as a kid because it was more or less all that I had.
It was a huge dream come true for us. It was like being in rock and roll. Exactly like being in rock and roll.
Man, there are some interesting perspectives in this documentary. Fuck yeah, Vector.
There's a whole fan community of people that feel the same way I do.
And now, out of nowhere, here comes Chris Thrash. He's basically the king of the rock fire explosion world as far as I'm concerned.
I'm Chris Thrash. I'm 31 years old.
Ooh.
I was born and raised right here in Phoenix City, Alabama. If you can remember Showbiz Pizza Place, I was fortunate enough to be able to get the animatronic band that played there. It's called the Rock Fire Explosion.
It was a rough 31.
Yeah, man.
What would you like to see? Do you have any questions?
Oh, did this come out?
Yeah.
This
okay. Was something they talked about on Museum of Home Video recently as well.
Okay. First question, has everybody else seen that classic viral video of the Rockfire Explosion doing R. Kelly's some R. Kelly song?
I think so.
I'm gonna make love to you here in this club.
Yeah.
Hey, in the club. Hey.
Yeah. It's probably that guy, right? Because they probably
I think that's it. I think it's that thing. that was a cool trailer. I'm definitely interested in the movie. What a weird sub genre of people to look into. And the non-dorky guy. What now?
Continue. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
And the non. No, it's okay. The non-dorky guy. Well, they're all dorks, but I just looked up. Not Chris Thrash at the end, but Aaron Fetcher, that guy who was like saying that animatronics are everything in the universe or whatever. Like, I want to see more about what that crazy motherfucker has to say. You know. Yeah. And I like the spin on the submission. Oh, we're doing movies about animatronics? Here's a movie about animatronics.
Yeah, it's good.
2 points for me.
Do you know Showbiz Pizza? Did they have that near you?
No, but we had our own Midwestern version. There was actually, so in Sioux Falls, South Dakota, somebody just made, it was called Giggleby. It was called Piccadilly Circus, and they eventually renamed it to Gigglebees. But so they didn't have an animatronic band, but the animatronic animals came by your table on tricycles and delivered the pizza, and they could talk and stuff.
Huh. Did you have we had Chuck E. Cheese?
Not here. Maybe I think in Minneapolis. I don't know if we had any in Sioux Falls or anywhere, but. Boyd Primate says Academy Award nominated picture, everything in the universe or whatever.
It's weird. I couldn't really like pick up what year this was, you know, because a lot of the guys had that like super throwback helmet hair. But then it cuts to that girl, the only girl in it, and it's like she's so hot, and it's like, oh, this is like a modern, like this is a more recent movie.
And I laughed because then it cuts from hot girl to this like really dumpy looking like scenester emo haircut guy, and I was just like, oh man.
Sorry.
Oh, a little bit before that. It was before that.
They can't really see it.
Oh, there's hot girl. Okay, which this is derogatory and awful of us to say that, but you know, whatever.
She's hot. That's
she is, but she could be the 70s too.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. I wanted to. She definitely has like some Farrah Fawcett style stuff going on.
But the next guy does give it away as late to early 2000s because like not that guy. There's a guy in between them.
But this guy,
maybe it is that guy. It was that guy. It's that guy. Yeah.
That looks like a wig.
Yeah, but what the fuck is happening there? Anyways. Timmy, did you really make it through the 90s without a version of that emo cut? Yeah. I had short hair. I was a ska kid. I never really did the emo thing.
Before you cut your hair off, you should.
I had a mullet. I had a mullet on purpose for a little bit in the 90s as a joke. I had to cut it to get a job at Domino's. I had to cut my hair, and that was their rule. And then another dude that we got a job there at the same time was a native guy with a big long ponytail and braids and stuff. He's like, I'm not cutting my hair. So he like would just bun it up under his hat, and I don't think they ever figured it out.
Do you regret cutting your mullet?
Back then? No, it was fine.
What are you going to do with your hair now? Are you going to mullet it up or what?
Nah, I don't know. I think I'm going to get rid of it soon.
I was just thinking about rat tails the other day, how odd that was.
What as a funny
cultural
thing.
phenomenon, because it was a big thing when we were kids, but you don't really see it in like movies, you know? You don't see it in like these 90 resurgence things.
Stupid Joe Dirt movies, did he have them?
No, he had a full mullet.
Okay.
But yeah, you never see people with the rat tails.
Not Void Prime. Who's I looking at? Grimward says, hot girl with a terrifying animatronic bear behind her. Hey, hot girls can be hot wherever they want. You know what I mean? If they want to be hot in front of a robot bear, fine.
She's probably the queen of that scene, though, too. You know, like.
Oh, dude, all those guys, they all know her, you know, and she she's got the wrapped around her finger, you know?
As she should. It should. That's nature.
Right.
That's nature doing what nature's supposed to do.
Right. Dorks bending over backwards to just get to say hi to a nice lady.
There's Twitch channels that do the same thing. It's
yeah. There's a political party that does that.
So Timmy, what are you giving this for points?
Oh, I didn't say that?
Given this.
I'm giving it 2 points. So Nate, why'd you give it 1?
No, I liked it.
I know. I'd love to.
Here's
do
the thing:
that.
is like, I thought it would be like, when I saw this in the list, I thought it would be like, hey, remember this? But the pacing and sound of it And a few people point out, they're like, oh, it's sad. But like, it's also projecting that sadness in the trailer, like on purpose. I think that's really interesting, you know?
Gutter Hunk says, why? Those dudes can get all the robusty they want.
So that is 6 points from us.
And wonderful. To Dark Bastard.
Dark Bastard.
Would you say 6? I believe that had been submitted before, but I think Dark was the first one, or possibly the other person had not had already had something else watched.
Timmy, will you look at 52 through 54 and tell me if you have any feelings towards any of those?
Oh, yes. Okay. So
those all looked interesting to me.
I don't know 52. I'm not sure which version is 53. Probably the 80s one. And then 54, I'm not sure of either.
All right. Well, then I get to choose.
Yeah. I'm sure this person, they do a good job at paying attention. So they're probably all worth it. Yeah, but we'll see.
Good. There's also that one. Yeah, they're all interesting. Okay. I don't think I know this one at all, so I don't know any of them.
Okay.
This one has a long
yeah, I didn't read all that.
Okay, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with that one because it looks weirder. All right.
Yeah. Oh, that last one, Silent Ally says the whole documentary's on YouTube.
Cool. Go. Oh shit! Hold on. I started again, bud. Yeah, I forgot I muted to find that hot girl.
In an enchanted
we are losers.
An evil knight has risen to
I'm cool.
And unleashed a reign of terror.
What?
These prisoners shall be put to death!
Now the only thing that can lift the darkness is a chivalrous prince, a brave young girl, and a magical creature named Galgameth.
You're Galgameth?
Disguised as poor peasant children.
Who's this? My sister, Mary. She's a mute.
Dude, how many movies have we seen tonight about trying to hide a fucking alien from your friends?
On the adventure of a lifetime.
I love how this is a period piece though too.
Yeah, that's so weird. It makes it so.
Eats metal.
Oh, the CGI.
There is a little bit CGI, which they mentioned in the context, but yeah.
I thought that was funny.
Yeah, that was really funny.
Now the enemy is getting nervous.
Oh man.
We outnumber them. It's the monster we have to contend with.
And the legend of Galgameth is getting bigger. And bigger. And bigger. Exclusively on Kidmark Home Video.
Oh my
God.
God.
The Adventures of Galgameth.
He's crazy, but he's mine.
And the baby.
I want to say something. I think we'll be shocked at how recent that movie is when we look up the date of release.
You think so?
Yeah, because it looks like it was made in 1995. I have no idea, but it looks like it was. Oh, okay. I was going to say it looked like it was made in 95 because of the CGI, but I bet it's much more recent, but it's 1996. So, no, 1997. Well, whatever. Yeah, that's probably the latest movie we've watched tonight. The youngest movie, right? But so the CGI stuff, okay, yeah, I know we're talking about practical effects. So if you see CGI, it's not like, oh no, this sucks. Well, the practical stuff was great in that trailer. So, I mean, it looks like they made a big ass tail for that one shot to like knock a bunch of guys over. You know?
Hold on.
Oh, you're gonna do the rewinding thing you always do at the end of the night and it takes forever?
No,
right.
Not.
But there's a part where he waves his tail and knocks guys over. Oh, the Void was younger. Good point, Phantom Space Fan. The Void was much younger. Yeah. Wait, is that real Panini Mini? Doug Jones is the big version? Nate, what are you doing?
Sorry, I could hear something. I couldn't tell if it was getting picked up on the mic. I was like, and I was like, what is that? And it was, my phone was just vibrating. Sorry.
Timmy, find that Blu-ray? All right.
Chat is still voting, but what are you leaning towards?
I mean, I've really enjoyed some of that stupid shit, so I would probably say 2 points for me.
I do like, I think the thing for me on this, I like the blend of it's a period piece.
Yes.
It's like this weird dinosaur
Another
thing
ET ripoff.
that
It's
looks
another
like it's
ET
from the
ripoff.
Dinosaurs TV show, yeah.
Yeah, it's so weird. Yeah, that's what I like about it. And the use of CGI is used so poorly. It kind of enhanced the practical effects.
Yeah, and I'll say another thing I like. Whenever we get those trailers that have like the trailers that are geared towards the video stores.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I used to see that a lot more. I love that.
Yep. Yeah, me too. Like it was they were sent to video store owners.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm going to give that 2 points. You're still on the line?
No, I'll give it 2.
It's 2 points for you. And
since Steve asked, I found a French Blu-ray or a French DVD of it on Amazon for like $35.
Steve said they were joking. Steve, don't joke with Timmy. He's not here for your comedy.
No, you can
okay?
joke. You can joke with me, but not about. See if you can find this movie on physical media. Because that's what I fucking do.
That's why I came to you with rollerblades.
Yeah, and I'm not having any luck with that one. But
yeah, that one looks tough. I gotta find out.
What's the other one I wanted to find today? I couldn't find that shit either. It's out of print. Shout made it, but now it's out of print.
It looks like 3 points from chat here. So that's another 7-point trailer for Giggle Meth. That was submitted by Lobaka. Says, note, there's a couple of scenes of CGI on the practical creature. I think this weird title is a hint at how this happened. 2 hero kids get assistance from a weird, I don't know what Gilgameth is. Kind of looks like if the baby from Dinosaurs grew up instead of dying in an ice age with everyone else from that show. Anyway, it keeps getting bigger and the movie goes on. The Gilgameth, the trailer specifically plugs the VHS sales. Yeah.
Wow. That's so great. Okay, I found Rollerblade listed, but this is on a message board about Dream releases from Code Red, which is another boutique label that does like a lot of silly 80s action kind of stuff. So I don't think anybody actually has it.
I don't know if anyone in chat is into marketing or sponsorships, but I feel some of these smaller boutique label things should sponsor you or this show.
And I could, fuck you. What if I had my own movie show on here and they sponsor that?
That's why I said you.
I'm just kidding. I know.
No, you
I just wanted
a great sponsor for this.
Stupid.
I think you should get sponsored.
But this show would fit that very well. You know what I mean? So,
Sam and I have been trying to.
Then I have to be on it all the time, and I can't be up this late every Sunday.
If you get them to sponsor show, Sam and I have been trying to get them for Pluto to sponsor us, and they have not called us back.
Yeah. Well, when I streamed by myself 7-8 years ago, one of the regular
Pub Fries
chatters. Yeah, it never happened.
I remember.
Totino's Pizza, also we reached out. I don't think that happened either. Probably because we talked a lot of shit on them for changing the shape.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so we're ready to get to the trailer of the night.
Yeah.
So sort by points, please, and we'll figure this shit out.
So,
I think there's a lot of 7s.
With streamer sponsorships in general, though, because a lot of everybody is sponsored like by the same shit, you know? Like there's a lot of sponsorship opportunities. It's all the same fucking bullshit that you hear in all the podcasts and stuff too. You never like they should do smaller shit.
The dildo company, the MailChimp, and like a soundboard company.
The dildo company.
I don't know, was a while back, but there's some fucking sex toy company that was mentioned in ads, sponsorships for a lot of
you mean like
podcasts.
hymns or something like that, right?
Yeah, something like that. Okay, so there's 8 number 7s. Or 8 7-pointers. Do we do all 8? Can we put that on the... Yeah. Let me know when you're ready, dog.
I am ready.
The Fly. The Stuff. The Nest. The Gremlins 2, the new batch.
I typed
Do you start typing the... I specifically did that to trick you, and I'm really happy it worked. Okay. Galgameth.
How do you spell Galgameth?
Just go with your heart. It's Galgameth.
Done. Next.
Short Circuit. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And Freaked.
A lot. This is a lot.
Yeah, well, it was a good night, and we couldn't do 8 points tonight, so.
Yeah, I don't think it's odd. Of these trailers we're watching now, right?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, let me really quick try to fix. I don't think oh yeah, there you go. You moved out of the way. I was like, I don't think anyone can see all the stuff. So The Fly is 1, The Stuff is 2, 3 is The Nest, 4 Gremlins 2, new batch, 5 Galgameth, 6 is Short Circuit, 7 is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, 8 is Freaked. So you just type the number in chat and hit enter. This poll will go a little bit longer if you are one of the 146 people watching the show, but not one of the 40 people that vote. You have time to stop what you're doing, pull up chat on your phone, pull up chat on your computer, whatever, if you're just listening, and type in the number. You can do that now. You have time.
Whatever your generals are, get your generals out of your hand, wash up a little bit, and participate with the group.
So what I was going to ask Timmy, of these movies, now that we're looking at them all in like a retrospect, what would be the one you would have united the seal for an extra point? Not that we're going to give it. I just want to know what you were feeling the most.
Even though it was the first one, Freaked, I still loved that trailer. Galgameth. And even though none of these assholes are voting for it, The Nest, I think, was very good.
Yeah, I think The Nest.
Someone finally voted for it.
Yeah, somebody voted for Nest. I'm going to vote for Nest. The Nest was definitely the one that cool. I think scratched all.
Now there's a bunch of people voting for it. This is why we shouldn't talk about it while they're voting. I feel like it's
talking about it. What are we going to do with our time?
It's like little Donnie Fauntleroy calling Georgia to asking for votes. You know what I mean? I feel like we're
don't know what you mean. I don't know what you mean. Little Georgie Fauntleroy calling
Donnie Fauntleroy. When Trump called Georgia and Atlanta, Georgia, tried to I need more votes. Can you give me some? Like that's what there was tape of that. Him asking.
Yeah.
Anyways, I feel like we're like how Trevor relentlessly stacked the cards for Horses Love Stegosaurus, but none of us really had a problem with it because we all love that sketch. So it didn't matter.
But for this show, it's just I just think The Nest was a very good trailer.
It was a great trailer. It was paced, and you know what? I mean, let's be honest. There's a good chance that movie's not very fun to watch. It's kind of sluggish, whatever. A slog.
Not voting on the movie, yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
No, right.
And the trailer was cut very well. The pacing of the trailer was cool. And like you said, the no dialogue, the music, and it's like Bugs. And like I said, I have a thing I can watch just about anything, but a lot of bugs moving freaks me out, which is why I did not play the trailer for Creepshow when it was submitted tonight, because one of the stories in Creepshow is why I have that problem. When, the clean room guy and then all the roaches come in, that part of Creepshow? Yeah.
No, I don't think I've seen it.
Oh, dude. It's great. I mean, Creepshow's great, but yeah.
Blandy says The Nest is okay. It's funnier than the trailer would make you think. Been a while, but I remember it being almost Tremors-ish. Interesting.
Oh, now first you had my, what is that line from Django Unchained? First you had my attention, now you, whatever. That's that meme to you.
Gremlins 2 was in an early lead with, but now it's only at 8 votes.
It's kind of between Freaked and The Fly.
Yeah, Freaked and The Fly look like they're splitting it.
I can't see the percentage on Freaked because your shoulder is too big. Get a smaller shoulder.
It's 22%. It's 11 votes for Freaked, 10 votes for The Fly. Gremlins 2 with 8 votes, though. I think of the 3 of those, I like Gremlins 2. I thought that trailer was much better.
DJ Antandu says, I have nightmares where half my arm is missing with maggots hanging all over it. I'm going to tell you guys about a dream I had the other night. So there's a lot of ant hills around my place, and we've seen 1 or 2 inside so far. So I had ants on my mind, and that night I went to the hardware store and I got some ant traps and sent around. So there's that. And then I've also, my daughter and I have both been playing the new Zelda, in which you can make vehicles. You glue stuff together to make stuff. And one of the things you glue to other things is a hot air balloon. You can make little floating rafts and stuff. So I had a dream that I walked out into the kitchen and I saw an apple floating across the room with a little filled up balloon on it, glued to it, and it was covered in ants. And the ants had built a hot air balloon thing on this apple and stole a whole fucking apple and were just floating it across my house. That was my dream. And I was like, what the fuck? What do I do? Do I get the apple back or do I let them take it? That was one of the nights I had a mushroom chew. I did. Well, you cut off the explanation. I said that was one of the nights I had the mushroom chew.
Okay. I don't have dreams.
Well, you want some of these gummies?
I think so, if that's what it does.
Huey Kyler says, yeah, I mean, that's as far as you get with it. It's not psilocybin. Huey Kyler says, Ants meets James, then Giant Peach meets Tears of the Kingdom. Yeah, that's about right.
What are you thinking for a theme for next week? Are you going to be here for next week, or is it just?
No, I do every other week, but
I might not be here. I'll be here next week, but I might not be here the week after.
The week after I can do it. I just got to do every other one so I can.
And both you and Sam are fathers, but
yeah,
Bane
but
is
at
also
night?
playing. So
what now?
Bane is playing a reunion tour, and they're playing 2 nights in my local city, because that's the kind of thing people go to, and I want to go. That's it.
So what? Yeah, well, Mythic, we're not talking about Father's Day theme right now. Though. Parenting movies could maybe be a Father's Day theme. I'm thinking, you could almost do a theme with just baby movies
for next week. I feel we've done G-rated
for Father's Day.
But
I'm not talking about movies for kids. I'm talking about movies featuring babies.
Yeah,
but you know which one will get submitted, Baby. And then I was just gonna say someone will submit that, then we'll have a fucking 12-hour show. Oh no, but Sam could bring that guy on, the guy that wrote for the TV show, for the Boss Baby show, JD Riznar, I think is
I think for next week, and you said you're definitely not going to be able to, or
I don't think I will be. If you really need me, I'll show up late. But I got to spend time with my kid every other Sunday. I want to.
Yeah. You don't have to explain it.
She's better than you. She's a better person than you. I like her better.
We should redo the party movies because I think because you and I did that one, it was super fun, but we had audio issues, and so
what was the. Was that the one where we got kind of wasted at the end? Me and you when we get together, because we still party. We do, but there's that one where we got sauced.
There's a few of them, and that might have been
but the first one, and I think it was the party one, because you were drinking White Claws or something. Yeah, exactly. You probably got drunk and unplugged something. But so there was the one you were drinking White Claws, and I had just gotten that bourbon that a coworker gave me, and I drank a bunch of it, and that was before. Now I regularly have bourbon around. I don't drink it every day or even every week or even every month, but I have some normally. And that was when that started. So at that point, when that guy gave me that, I had a very low tolerance. And so I had a little bit of bourbon with you, and I was like, this is great. I love you, Nays. Those trailers are fun.
I feel like that episode. I think I remember that time, but we did get shitted, and then I think that is an episode that did make it to the VOD though.
Oh, that one did. Okay.
Yeah, I think that's out there. But nobody watches. Nobody watches the 4 hours of this show. After
well, here's the
watching
thing, though.
it
We should almost say it in a note there, like, by the way, the last hour and a half is normally the good shit. That's when we've lost our will to do the show or lost our sobriety. So, yeah.
Happens. All right. So I think we may have a winner by one vote, a very tight one.
Man, freaked.
I feel we could do a runoff, but I don't know if
I gotta go to bed. But you can do it if you want. And Freaked is another extremely hard to find film. So, it's out there, but it's also on YouTube if you want to look it up.
Freaked wins by 1 point.
Wow.
And if you haven't watched my show before, Nate Blackest, that will stream a couple times this week, watching some very mid-level movies. But we have fun. And I'm not funny, and I don't write stuff, so it's not like Mystery Science Theater. Oh, we rated.
No.
It rated.
Oh, okay.
Okay, hold on.
I'm putting that into the Discord, I think. Yeah, there we go.
Stop stream.